anything yet.
Let's say, looking at that top thing, it looks fucking cool.
I'm just looking at Dustin's channel, and it's like
streaming.
broadcast from Monday, and there's like mountains.
Fantastic, we are live.
Yay!
Okay, so.
Oh, I've got the sound on, so that's gonna turn off.
Ah, god damn it.
What'd you do?
Oh, I forgot to mute Twitch.
Did it say half-ass crew again? Oh, for real.
No, mountain.
Nope, changed it.
Mountain
We got
something.
Delete tweet.
Can we just assume I have holy water?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would.
Viking. That's pretty good, Dustin.
What does it say?
Viking hiking for a high king.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, Dustin, I love you.
I'm a genius, it's fine.
It's like, I know I'm awesome, but you can tell me anyway.
Want a piece of
Alright,
chicken?
one thing I need to do, I'm going to retcon something. I messed up a mispronunciation of words when I was doing this. Ulfang was not accompanying you up the mountain. You were acting as his proxy.
Is it pretty?
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Is it pretty?
Oh,
Is it pretty?
he's only got one leg. That makes sense.
That's why you only got one leg.
Yeah.
Who was the guy we were going up against?
Garrett Goldenfingers.
I was
Alright,
gonna make him a
Big fat
leg.
You're going to make his leg.
I forgot what I was. Whatever.
Alrighty then. So now that everyone is here and everyone is ready to roll, finally.
Yes.
As we left off, these guys had... there was a fated meeting with a demon prince by the name of Belial in the Hut of the Seer. There was a little scuffle resolving in the death of the Seer, and a mini invasion of the Broken Isles. Our intrepid heroes make their way to the town, and are presented with a large flaming minotaur, but two more people join their cause in helping them bring it down, the rogue Talwyn, and the fighter, I cannot remember her name.
Kahan?
Kahan, yes. They dispatch the minotaur with much killing and stabbing, with Jinora climbing it.
That was so reckless.
They are then whisked off to the seat of the High King, which is an ancient structure that's been on the Broken Isles for thousands of years, where they sit in council with the Jarls, and it is determined that the Jarls have agreed to go to war with a couple holdouts from a couple asshats that we all know.
Classic.
And but to go to war, they need to elect a High King, which means there needs to be a pilgrimage up the mountain and up the Cloud Walk. There are two candidates for king: Ulfang Dragon Rider and Garrett Goldenfingers. You guys are acting as Ulfang's proxies, and that's where we left off, with you guys getting ready to climb the mountain.
I have a quick question for you, DM.
I may have an answer.
What season is it?
It is fall.
Okay.
Fall. Is that autumn?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is autumn. All right, just
You
curious.
British person.
Just trying to keep track of time. Thank
It
you.
is fall. So as I said, we're going to retcon, so Ulfang is not accompanying you up the mountain, you're acting as his proxy.
Mm-hmm.
The meeting is just adjourned. You guys, you're leaving at first light, so there's going to be a big feast to honor the people making the pilgrimage up the mountain. And that's where we will start.
So the meeting has just ended. Are we still within the chamber? Or have
Yes,
we
they're
run out?
they're moving like that. The dais is being left alone, but like all those pews and stuff you saw, there's like large tables being brought in, and they're setting up benches and stuff, and there's like just barrels and barrels of mead, and like you see like 4 or 5 like whole hogs being pulled in on spits. As like all the clans start funneling into this building.
I start eating. and I'm gonna do. Be method
Oh,
about
I'm
it.
sorry. Continue.
It's fine. I'm just gonna eat, and I'm gonna be method with it. So, deal with it.
Okay.
Sweet. Do we see Garrett Goldfinger anywhere?
He is wheeled off to his own table. You see all the jarls kind of go off to like a large like table sitting in the front of the thing,
Okay.
and like he goes off to his own side table.
All right. I want to keep an eye on him throughout the feast and just kind of like watch him and like just see what's going on with him.
Okay.
What his deal is.
Can I see your music? Or am I-
Oh no, I've got no money, but I had an idea. Can we see
Oh, there's
Idiot.
music.
Okay.
There's the music.
Sorry.
idiot Jarl guy?
Johan or Garrett?
Garrett, can we see his, like, do we know who his champion is?
You haven't seen him, but there is a large man standing like next to his table. He's got like a half mask across his face, heavily muscled, heavily tattooed.
Jinora's gonna give him a wink.
Give him a wink.
Yep.
He scowls at you
Ooh.
as you come closer.
And she's gonna. Is there any alcohol lying around?
Tons.
Plenty. They've like poured it into giant troughs, so people are just like coming up with cups and filling them.
Is there anything that's really strong? Like super strong?
There's a few smaller kegs that are sitting around that aren't being poured into barrels. You can assume it's probably malt whiskeys and stuff.
Jinora's gonna take a goblet, flagon, cup, just fill one up and then offer it to the tall guy with a smile.
So as you fill your cup up with it, and it's this really dark brown liquid, and as you pour it in there, you can just smell like this how like alcohol is heavy in this thing. It's probably paint thinner.
Nice.
And as you start walking towards the table, you are immediately stopped by 3 guards.
Ooh.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm assuming they're all men.
They are all men. And they don't even respond to you. They sit there, cross their arms, and just stare at you.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give them the big eyes to try and persuade them. It's like, I'd like to offer your very tall friend over there a drink. Just a
roll
drink.
persuasion.
There's nothing wrong with this drink.
Roll a persuasion.
As this is going on, Talon walks
Oh!
over,
Ow.
grabs two cups,
2 cups.
fills them both up.
With what? The same liquid?
Yeah, the same one that Jinora went for.
Alright, so as you fill it up, same thing. As you're immediately assaulted by this super strong alcohol smell.
Sweet.
Nope. Okay. So one guy looks to his partners and are like, kind of like, son of a bitch.
Huh? What happened?
I dropped my notebook.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So one of them kind of looks at you and kind of like smiles and like, hey, he's just trying to give her a drink. The other two just scowl at him, just shake their heads like, no.
Well then, I'll offer it to your friend here, the more receptive one. Hello, Jinora Fizzleweed. Lovely to meet you. Shame you work for such a charming gentleman. Wink.
He just kind of stutters he accepts the drink kind of, with a little trepidation, just and as the entire
You should
time,
drink that. Go on, dear.
his colleagues are glaring daggers at him.
I wouldn't poison you. I don't need to use underhanded tactics like that.
I'll drink it later. Then he sets it on the nearby table and kind of goes to his posts.
I walk over with my 2 mugs of ale, and I hand one to Rhea, and I tell her, your speech was very impressive.
Thank you. I've been told I'm quite honey-tongued.
You should prove that to me sometime.
The bard doesn't know how to respond.
Anyway, have fun at the feast. And I just take a swig and to kind of duck out of the way, and just kind of go and chill against the wall.
Oh, she's gonna get him for that one. Oh!
Don't know about Rhea getting in for that one. Jinora.
Is Ulfang at our table?
No, he's at the high table.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
How strong is this alcohol? Do I have to make a Constitution save?
If you drink more than one, how fast you downing this stuff?
Oh, God,
Down
yeah.
it, down.
I'm just drinking it. Like,
Down
you know what? She doesn't know it's strong. She thinks it's mead.
So as you take one drink of it, you're just like,
Oh,
just like, holy shit!
oh man! But I'm in front of Vikings, so I can't look like I'm weak. Fuck! I'm just gonna drink it anyway. God damn it!
Make a Constitution check.
Oh dear.
Ability check or save?
Ability check. This is the say. This is how well you can keep chugging this.
Oh dear.
So as you get 2 drinks down, you're just like, no, spit take. It's like, as you see, most of the men around you, they laugh, but it's not like laughing at you. It's more of a we've all done this.
I'll just laugh it off and go, You all definitely know how to drink. And I'll raise my mug.
And they all, slam their mugs on the table.
And I'm putting it down, and I'm just gonna eye it, and just never mind.
So, before Jinora walks away, as you turn to go away, you see Garrett Goldfinger starts motioning you forward.
Whoa.
She will walk forward and give him like an inch of a curtsy. Like she proper went full on to Ulfangs, but she's going for like an inch. And she don't respect him that much at all. Curtsy.
So he takes the slight in stride, just kind of smiles at you behind his steepled fingers. Come closer, girl. Come closer.
She will take 2 steps closer.
This puts you just about right at the table.
Yeah.
I understand you may think my motives are self-centered and self-driven, but I have the Broken Isle's self-interest at heart by doing this.
I'm sure you do. However, everyone has their own motives, don't they? For whatever they do.
It's an astute observation. I mean, Ulfang's a good man, but we all know when the chips are down, he can't make the hard decisions. He's not a businessman. It's what a king needs to be. Great general, great man, but when it comes down to it, he's not fit to rule this area.
What you're saying is he's not an astute politician.
No, not at all. He's a warrior.
And you don't think warriors can make good leaders?
Good leaders in fight, yes, but not to rule the entire nation.
And you think you would be a better leader?
Of course. I wouldn't be throwing my hat in for the High King's seat if I didn't. And you see him start playing with his rings.
Uh-oh.
I have a proposition for you. And he pulls out two...
They're sparkly!
They're sparkly, this thing, very sparkly. He pulls out 2, thin ribbons. One's red, and one is a pale green color. All I would need you to do is wear this one, he holds the red one up, and tie this one to Ulfang's arm. And as he twists his ring, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh my god.
What is this horseshit that's going on?
Oh
Since I'm done eating, can I talk about what I was doing?
Sure, after this.
Okay.
You feel a strong desire to do what he says, and as you take numbly, you take both ribbons and you tie one around your wrist, and you turn to go.
Do I notice anything odd because I've been watching?
You see her take the ribbons, but she's not moving, she's moving gracefully. She's not something's wrong with her. I mean, She seems herself.
All right.
Question
Yes.
for later. Can I make at any point later, can I make saving throws to see if I break his? Because I'm going to assume he's just charming. Me personally, Christina, is assuming he's just charming. Can I?
No, this
leave
is
a
kind of
quick-
it's kind of a suggestion. So it's like, hey, take these, and then later on you're gonna be like, why the fuck do I have this?
Okay.
And then you'll be able to roll for like say, hey, I want to break the suggestion that he's telling you to do.
Okay. So Janora's going to take the ribbons, and she's going to tie the red one to her wrist where it's like obvious.
Okay.
And she'll take the green one, and she'll pop it into her pocket for the moment.
Okay. Okay, Dustin, what were you doing?
Oh, I was standing at the dinner table where I could see. Well, I just kind of want to stand off to the side where I could see everybody. So I'm just like standing there grumpily, like eating and staring at things. I was going to ask if I saw what happened, or if I saw what was going on with Ginny.
From this distance, all you see her accept something from him. Like, you know, you see her talking to him, and you see her take something from him. But other than that, no.
Okay.
Question: can she still try and steal one of his rings?
Make a
don't
sleight of
think so.
hand check as you try and you
Jesus.
take the ribbons from him.
Get him back, Jenny. Get him back.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Take the ring that he twisted.
So as you take the ribbons, even though you're under some arcane spell you don't understand, instinct ticks over, and you just kind of, as you grab it, you slip a ring off his finger.
Nice.
You've got a
Fuck
gold
yeah.
band with an emerald set in it now.
Ooh.
Fuck that guy.
Screw him.
Gold band emerald. Thank you. And then she's just gonna walk away.
As you turn to leave, and you feel compelled to go. Like, you know, you've in the back of your head, you're like, I should go talk to Ulfang, and you kind of start meandering that way.
Toss him,
I'm
Toss in
going
some
to
winks.
go with Jenny.
wink, wink,
Wink, wink.
wink.
Yeah, in true Jinora fashion, every time you see a tall, strapping young man, you're wink. And the occasional, Norse-looking woman who's tall and comely, you're like, wink.
Pretty much.
I was wanting to ask Ulfang about the population of the mountain we were about to
Okay.
traverse anyway. So she sees Jinora going to possibly talk with them, and she follows.
Okay, so as you start making your way through.
Yeah.
Before we get to this conversation, Mike, Talwin, Rhea, anything?
I'm trying to keep an eye on Jinora, because that's how things work, and try to think of how to get back at someone, because she doesn't like being flustered. And probably get a proper drink, because she can't drink paint thinner.
Talon's very pleased with himself, just, by the way.
Yeah, I bet he is. Oh, vengeance. Anyway, can I see what happened?
You same thing you saw Augthar saw was you see her accept something, other than that.
Well, do I see her tie the red ribbon on her, or the red ribbon?
You don't see her tie it on her because there's kind of like her hands are moving so quickly to steal the ring, and she try to pocket that, and then she ties that on at the same time.
Well, I figure she's walking away.
You can see make a roll perception check.
Please, RN Jesus.
At least you're the one making the perception check.
Yes, you can clearly see a ribbon you didn't see previously standing out on her right wrist. It's kind of red in color.
I'm gonna go talk to her then, because Rhea knows ribbons, and it's very odd that she would tie a red ribbon on her wrist.
I don't have the PDF. Actually, no, I did. I bookmarked it.
She reposted it on her Twitter.
Send it to you.
I did.
I think you did.
It's pinned.
It is pinned, so I'll just go to Twitter real fast.
I was just looking at it.
It's one of the documents I open up when we play this game.
Nice.
I open too.
I forget.
Well, it's Rhea and Jinora are so close that she understands the language of ribbons, and it would be extremely off for Jinora to tie a ribbon around her wrist like that.
It is. Can I
Especially-
say something that Rhea would know?
Go for it.
Rhea would know that Ginny only ever wears teal
Teal.
ribbons. She
Teal.
doesn't even wear black.
Okay, that's fine.
So red is way off,
Mm.
and so just gonna go and ask her if she's doing okay and what's with the red ribbon.
I say you come like you as you're cutting across this room. You come about halfway before she reaches Ulfang and stop
Damn
her.
it.
No, you got her before she reached him.
Okay. Jinora?
Yeah.
What's with the red ribbon?
And then I realized what Rhea's saying, and oh, you're right. That is weird.
You only ever wear teal. Did someone make you mad?
You have no
Wow.
recollection of tying this ribbon on there, but you feel like I put this here for a reason. It should stay. It should still be there.
I can't remember. I must have been mad about something. Maybe the asshole.
Can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
I will too.
I'm trying not to metagame.
I can.
It's very hard.
Yeah,
22.
now that I've been
Shit.
given. Should I still make my insight check?
Go for it if you feel like you've been with Jinora long enough to kind of get
Okay.
the idea of ribbons.
Okay. Alright. Come on. Insight.
I finish eating and I start walking towards Ulfang.
Okay, so the
I'm
entire.
still sitting at the table eating.
Okay.
Where are you? Like in.
Oh, no.
Well, I wanted to be at the table looking for
Hey, 19!
Looking for what?
Okay, so.
Johan, but we'll
okay.
get to that after
Oh,
this.
okay.
Okay. So you get a sense that something might not be right, but you can't put your finger on it. But you're gonna trust that that she knows what she's doing. You're like, okay, it's Jinora. She forgot she tied it on there for some reason.
Okay.
It's a little odd.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Jinora anyway.
I'm
Because
gonna go see Ulfang. Do you want to come with me?
I would love to.
He's not as tall and handsome as Johan, but in a pinch. Wink. I'm kidding. Oh, your faces.
Okay, so what is Uthal doing?
Well, I'm sitting at the table, and then I see, Aoi get up and go over, and everyone kind of converge on Jinora. And I'm like, huh, that's weird, whatever. And I keep looking around, because I don't really know you people that well yet, still.
Yeah, that's true.
To be fair, I'm standing like off in the back, holding like meat in my hands and just like staring and eating. And then I finish and I start walking towards Uthal, or not Uthal. You know who I mean.
Yeah,
Ulfang?
Augie finished.
Jinora?
Ulfang.
Whole thing.
Okay, so I see Ulfang up at the high table, and I'm looking for Johan, scanning the crowd. See, at our
See
table,
Johan,
table with our
pretty
clan.
Proud. He's mingling with people.
Okay.
He's there, but he's not like sitting with his father.
Okay, I want to just make my way towards Johan.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
gonna keep drinking.
you keep drinking. Alrighty then.
Watching people.
Just watching people.
Alright, so as everyone makes final, you all converge on the high table.
Oh.
Besides you weren't.
Oh, okay.
Fine, Johan. Ulfang, greets you. Welcome. You have any questions about tomorrow, or you just?
I had a question.
Yes.
Do you know what manner of creatures inhabit this mountain? Considering your nature, possibly dragons or wyverns?
The dragons on these isles have been long ago hunted and killed. This was traditionally the home of the giants. There's a few wayward clans that come now and again.
Great.
We attempt to deal with them as quickly as possible, but the mountain path is more of a spiritual journey.
Okay. There's still something we need to keep in mind.
Roll, Jinora.
Okay.
What's my passive? No, I'm keeping a watch. Could I roll perception or no?
If you can beat a 26, go for it.
You never know. I might not 20 this shit.
So go for it.
Holy snaps! That's amazing.
So while Ulfang, like, Jinora kind of, like, disappears for a second, and you're like, okay. And you see her pop up behind, like, the table, and she ties the ribbon to Ulfang's leg.
Can
and
I
you notice
stop?
all of this.
Blessings be to our and Jesus. Oh God, how can? Oh man, I don't know if I can. I could try to stealth next to her.
You could attempt to, yes.
Oh man, I don't know if I can
Pull
nat 20 twice in a row.
Better. If you do, it'll be the most epic thing you ever.
Come on.
Don't nat fail.
That's not bad, dude.
It's
awesome.
not
So as you try to, like, slink off into the crowd, try to work your way around, Kara's dawn shot catches you. Like, she catches you at the corner shot, and she just kind of looks at you weird, like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm looking for my wee one.
And she, she looks around, and now you see Jinora kind of coming up from behind, around side the table with, like, a couple of cups to try to disguise what she just did. She's there.
Thank you. Just there's so many people, and it's just so easy because she's so small. She gets lost in a crowd very easily.
I have to understand that. Understandable. There's no need to be skulking about.
I got
Oh.
drinks.
I'm going to take Jinora and try to pull her off so we can have a private conversation.
Okay.
So,
Jin-
Ulfang
Would
is going to answer whatchamacallit when they're done.
Yeah, go, unless you want. Let's go with you first, so they don't have. So we get.
Go, Rhea.
What did you just do?
what?
The ribbon that you tied around Ulfang, and that's a color I've never seen before. What's going on?
Does Jinora know what she's just done?
It's kind of a blank in her mind.
What ribbon?
The ribbon you just tied around Ulfang's leg. It's. Did I see what color it was, or
Green.
you tied a green ribbon around his leg? And you have a red ribbon around yours. I mean, I understand if you're doing something. It's just, I don't know. If you're enacting a plan, you can tell me, and I can help you. But I don't know. I feel like something's off.
I don't.
Make
I
a
wouldn't-
charisma saving throw, Jinora.
Do it! Nat 20! Nat 20!
Oh.
As you're sitting there, you're confronted with all these ideas that you're like, what the fuck's going? Your mind starts to twist and start to give explanations of why you're doing these things. So you're tying the ribbon around his leg for good luck, or
Oh, it's a thing. It's like he's my possession, so I'm tying it on for good luck. I've used
Do
green
I-
before, I'm sure. I can't remember what I was angry about.
Obviously enough to tie a ribbon around your wrist. It just seems strange to me. But you know you, and if there's something wrong, you can tell me. I'm always here for you, Jinora. You know that.
I know that. You're my family. You're my Ohana.
Always. You and me. And just, I guess I'll trust Jinora.
Can Jinora pat her pocket and find the ring?
you remember taking the ring from him and everything.
I stole a ring from the asshole over there, though. Look at it, it's so shiny.
You didn't notice?
No, I'm that good.
You are that good. I guess I'll leave it be. Just I can't. tying it around his leg. If she was giving him a ribbon for luck, I think she would have said something, but... Oh, I don't want a metagame! Oh, I'm trying to be a good player, Charles, I swear.
I understand, and I'm trying to. If you start metagaming, then you'll start knowing when I start knowing.
Oh, God. I'll just...
Do you want to braid the red one into my hair?
Oh, really? If that's what you want, Jinora, I'd be happy to braid your hair.
Yeah, sure. Free. I haven't worn free in a very long time. I normally just wear 2.
Talon,
The sound.
Talon burps.
The sound of Snicket.
Talon
dying.
burps. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a d20.
Rolling.
It is a weedy like. And
Talon
it's,
hopes notice on that.
as if you hear like the large men around you kind of look at you, and like they upstage you by like 10 stages, like long, boisterous belches.
That rattle the table.
You were thoroughly shamed.
I must be angry at Bucky.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah. I don't know if I like this tattoo.
All right, let's jump to Augthar as he was trying to question Ulfang.
Well, he hadn't. Did he answer?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
Howie?
answered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like standing there. I'm like, I don't trust the fat one, Ulfang. I don't like the way he acted at the meeting.
Well, he's not.
What's the etiquette of this trek that we're about to go on?
Well, there's 2 of you, so there's 2 paths up the mountain. Each of you select a path, and whoever reaches the top first and overcomes what trials face them along the mountain path, whoever's champion reaches first is declared. Their benefactor is declared High King.
And what do you guys do down here?
We enter a state of the day is celebrated with the two contestants or electees, and we celebrate and wait for the pilgrims to come back down the mountain, and then we accept the God's judgment that they've been proven worthy and that their benefactor is worthy to be king.
All right.
As you're talking to him, you see Ulfang start scratching the side of his neck. Increasingly, like not just like a little bit, but just more and more.
You okay, Ulfang?
Are you okay?
As he starts doing this, as he pulls like part of his shirt down, you see like a long red like rash starting on his neck. He's just like,
Uh-oh.
Do I
I
recognize
don't-
it or
We've
anything like
seen-
that?
make a perception check.
Oh, God.
Oh my
This
god.
Nice.
sounds very familiar.
I almost choked.
Can I see what's going on?
Yes, he's slow.
Oh, nice.
As you were watching, you can see just slowly creeping across from like, you can see it working its way up from, it looks like from his lower extremity, a red rash with small pustules starting up, and he's just scratching, and he's...
It might be too late for me to stop what's doing it.
And now he starts just coughing, and as everyone around the table starts looking at him like, what's wrong?
Does Jinora see this?
Jinora sees this, make a charisma saving throw.
I scream,
Come on, Jinora.
poison.
Oh my gosh.
If he screams poison, though, Jinora has that pendant. Would she?
She does
give
have
him
that
it?
pendant. Yeah,
Would
totally.
she give him it? Jinora's gonna poison, and she's gonna take off a pendant and just.
And I like sort of grab him to make sure he's like.
So as you go to
Run.
grab him, you're immediately accosted by like 6 guards who grab you and slam you to the table.
Jinora's gonna run with the pendant. Out the way! Out the way! Out the way! I've got a thing! I got a thing! I got a thing! Out the way! Boys, you know me. Get out the way.
As you're trying to, like, you're squeezing through the table, Ulfang's face is now starting to swell as he grasps his throat as he's having issues breathing. You see druids trying to, like, come through the press of the crowd, but there's so many people here. It's just a really hard time trying to squeeze through the crowd. But Jinora's little frame is like swing, 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 swing. Just cutting through this crowd.
She wants to put the pendant over his neck.
Make an athletics check, because you're going to have to jump up on that. Oh, an acrobatics check, because you're going to have to, like, leap onto that table to get past people.
Yeah.
We'll go with the athletics.
Well, that was athletics.
It's fine. That. You.
Well, either way.
That's better.
Yes.
So you use Augthar's prone body on the table, like you run up his back and like jump and like backflip and hang the necklace off his chest, like it falls perfectly on Ulfang's, like around his neck. Then there's a moment of like as he's like choking and his face is starting to turn dark purple. And immediately snaps.
Be okay.
And everything like just starts.
Talon starts running over after hearing poison being screamed.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I was asking.
I'm struggling and very angry.
I'll make a
Poor
strength check.
Uthal. What's Uthal doing?
I was gonna ask Johan the same thing that Augthar asked Ulfang, so we could skip that. And then as soon as he yelled poison, because I want to protect people from dying, I would have sprinted over and just truck stick through the crowd because I'm 7 feet tall.
I'm about to say, as Jinora's so small, she's able to like, through the crowd. You're so big, you're literally just like shoulders out,
Yeah.
plowing.
Just
These
truck
are
stick
large.
everybody.
These are large, like well-built men and women, and you're just
How many
like
men do I have on
out
me?
of the way. Huh?
Yeah, you're.
You've got like 6 guards, all probably a foot shorter than you, but they're very stocky and very built. They've got you as you're struggling in vain. They've got you pinned to that table.
Let's go.
And Ulfang's just breathing in heavily and slowly. You see this rash slowly start to recede.
Oh my god! Thank God for
I'm
that
yelling.
pendant.
I'm yelling at for Rhea. Like, is everything okay?
Ulfang, are you okay? Did you drink something?
He's visibly shaken from this.
Can we get a healer of some kind over here?
And as you say this,
I'll use lay on hands if I get there in time.
you see like a full like 15 druids like bust through, finally getting through this crowd, and they're taking him and as they've got a stretcher bringing with them. They set him on the stretcher and they start going over his body and stuff like that, and they haul him out.
Do they let me
What
go
was that?
eventually?
They let you go as they. You are the like.
I
You
wonder.
see some of the other yards like let him the fuck up. Really?
Rhea,
Are you okay, Augthar? Yes.
I'm fine. What's going on?
I have no idea. It just
How did he get
He-
poisoned? We're the only ones around him.
I don't. Can I make the mental connection? Do you want me to roll something?
Roll an
Yeah.
intelligence check to see if you can just make those two click.
Yeah, I
Come
think
on.
I
God,
will
I'm so
too.
stressed out.
Because I think I know what did it.
Does that work? 17?
You put those two together randomly after Jinora tied that ribbon around his leg. He was
Rhea-
succumbed with
I fucking knew it!
Rhea's face goes completely white.
What is it?
Like all the blood just right out of her face and just
Rhea,
Oh,
Oh.
God.
oh.
what happened?
I
Rhea?
suggest we leave this place and maybe talk about some events that have transpired.
Rhea, what happened?
Oh,
Oh
God.
no 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 no
Rhea,
no. I think I know
Rhea!
what happened. I know. We need to find somewhere to talk in private.
Okay. Come on.
Seeing the worry on her face, I guess I immediately leave the hall and go to look for like an inn or something that we can.
As you guys attempt to leave the hall, the
Jinora's
doors
staying
are
with
being barred and no one's being allowed to leave.
Jinora's
Can we
staying
find
with
an
Ulfang.
alcove or something?
There's plenty. This is a large hall. There's plenty of like little nooks and crannies to talk.
We'll find a nook and cranny that we can talk in private.
You find a small like nook off to the side where most people are congregating around the high table where there's a bunch of speculation being thrown of who had done this. Maybe it's the outsiders and
Yeah, this
Great,
looks
we're gonna
great
get
that we're all
trouble.
huddled up by
All
ourselves.
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and
Janora's-
chill out by all of the people and like listen to snatches of conversation.
Oh, make a stealth check.
You can do it, Talon. Wink.
Janora's staying with Ulfang.
Nope, I'm dragging Jinora with us.
Oh!
Janora does not leave
They
our
took
side.
Ulfang
Wow.
out of the room.
Ulfang was taken.
And
Okay.
stealth check.
Okay.
Come on,
Big
please,
number.
please, please.
All right, then. So
Nice.
as all these people are really distracted by talking, and you catch snippets of like just like what happened. And he was struck by a sudden poison. Who was handling the drinks? Well, those outsiders were here. He trusted them, but they may have done something. And, you see the room the mood of the crowd seems to slowly start to shift towards a lot more suspicion towards you guys.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Janora did, however,
I literally
leave
just
with the
joined up with
pendant.
these fucking
Huh?
clouds.
Yeah, you did say
No,
that's
yeah,
like the
but
one
there's-
saving grace at this moment. It's like, well, no, they're the ones that saved him, but there could be division in their ranks. Maybe
Weird.
something.
What's going on? Why are we? What?
Jenny.
What's happening?
Jenny went up to talk to Doucheface, and when she walked away, she had a red ribbon on her wrist. She never wears anything but teal. I thought something was wrong, so I followed her, and then she stealthed away. But I watched her. She put a green ribbon on Ulfang, and that's when he started to get poisoned.
She talked to
What
the
are you
fat
talking
one.
about?
She talked to the fat one, and
I leave
Then this
and I start
happens.
heading straight for him. Can I get to him?
Make a perception
Jesus
check.
Christ.
Augie, wait.
Do I see him? Do I see him walking towards?
I get too late.
You actually, as you're standing way above this crowd, you don't notice him anywhere. He seems to have left. Like, at least not in the main hall anymore.
Do I notice anyone that was near him?
You
Was it
notice one of his guards, the ones that Jinora had given the drink to.
I walk up to one of his guards and I punch him right in the face.
Jesus.
Roll to attack.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I see what's happening and try to stop him?
It is too late. You see him like just pushing through a crowd, making a beeline for where the table
I'm
was.
just gonna roll one of my weapons, but
Alright,
it's not
well,
gonna
I
be.
go there
Yeah.
then.
Oh,
Son of a.
roll a D2 plus your strength.
Oh god.
So
So it'll be a D4 cut in half.
so
one.
One.
plus my strength.
Plus your strength, plus
That's
your.
oh wait.
So plus your strength, which is
So
20.
that's a 1 plus 5.
So 6.
6.
So as the guards are like standing
I just
there
I
like
want to
talking.
I want to like what I want to do. What my intention with this is, come up to him, punch him to get him a little addled, throw him up against the wall, and ask where Fat One is.
So what you do is you're walking forward and you're just like the crowd seems to part around you because there's just like this. You're releasing this like anger that is palpable at this moment. As the guard turns, you see you cold cock him. Just like poof, and like he hits the table, just like what the fuck, and you grab him and slam him against the wall. You currently have him grappled against the wall, like you're holding him like forearm to chest and throat.
And what was Fat Goldfinger?
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger, where is he?
Go.
It's, he left like 2 minutes ago before the whole incident started. Get the fuck off me.
Oh god.
Make a athletics check to see if you can hold the grapple.
Can I slip up right next to them?
So as he starts to like push you off, you just grab him and slam him back against
Who is
the wall.
who is the next one that we trusted among the clan leaders?
You had a feeling that it was Karis and Roman.
I
Where's the
I
Goliath
yell
one,
both of
too?
their I yell both of their names
As your big Goliath voice
as
cuts
loud
through-
as my Goliathness can.
Beg your pardon.
So as your big voice booms and it cuts through a lot of like the din of this chamber and it just echoes, and you see like a small crowd parting as Karis Dawn Shot and Roman Dragonbreaker make your way through. What are you doing?
Goldfinger is behind this.
You cannot just throw accusations like this. What are
I
your
don't
proof?
have accusations. I have witnesses. One of my people under something. She would not do this on her own. Last was seen talking to him. He handed her something. She did something. This is not right. I trust my people implicitly. There's something going on here. He left minutes before this incident. I know we're outsiders.
Make a persuasion.
My charisma.
Come on,
Small square.
Oh shit.
There's
Should've brought my
sympathy
bar
on their
with me.
faces, but you can clearly tell that they're not buying your story.
Out of frustration, I punch the guy I'm holding in the gut.
Oh God.
You've got it. You see what they're saying. They're like, they're not believing. You just turn and just rail this guy in the stomach and just let him release him now. This is doing no good for your case.
I throw him on the ground.
Yeah, Augie, this
Find Goldfinger.
We will convene a meeting of the council. We'll sort this out before the morning. Just, till then, guards,
Is
watch them.
Jinora still charmed? She is, so isn't she?
Make a charisma saving throw.
Please.
Oh my god.
Oh, but it
Oh
makes
my
such a
God.
good story, though.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Would lesser restoration do it? Can I make an Arcana roll to see if that would do it?
You can certainly try.
Should I cast it or should I make an Arcana roll?
That is up to you.
I don't think that's gonna do it.
Oh, wait, never mind. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yeah, greater restoration would have done it.
I don't have greater restoration. Could I? Oh God, there's gotta be something I can do.
Am I still stealthed around? Am I still in the
No,
crowd?
you ran up to Augthar's side
Right, okay.
and started
Yeah.
pounding the shit out of his guard.
Shouldn't have. Oh well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I
he ran up
did.
to your side like, holy shit, and you're just like, to help you, but you're like, he clearly saw you had this matter taken care of.
Yeah, I was gonna help, but then, didn't have to.
Well, I have 11
Is-
in my charisma, so
Now he
obviously I'm not
falls to her
persuasive.
knees and starts crying in disbelief.
Howie, what's going on? Why is everyone acting so weird?
You are now surrounded by probably 15 well-armed guards.
All of us are me.
Oh,
All of you, because you've all been surrounded. And they
I'm
said,
pulling.
they start, come
please
with
stop
us.
scaring my friend. We'll come with you. Can you find out and tell me if Ulfang's okay? And can you please stop scaring Howie? She's crying. She's only little. Well, she's taller than me, but you get my point.
God, there's no way they're going to believe us.
We'll
I'm
be fine,
gonna
Blue
pull
One.
Allie up
Believe
I'm
us
gonna pull
about
Allie
what?
up, and I'm gonna hug her.
What's the problem? Nothing's wrong.
It's okay. It's
By the
it's
way,
okay. We'll make this
Christina?
right.
Take a
Okay.
decent inspiration for being such a good sport about this.
A D10.
D6, sorry.
Aww.
I was gonna say,
I,
amazing.
I'm going to kiss Allie on the forehead, and I'm going to tell her, trust me, we will make this okay.
Okay.
You two are acting so weird.
So what? Are you gonna throw us in the dungeon? What's going on here?
No, well,
Can
they
you?
take you to a small. There's back chambers in this large hall, and they put you into like a large private dining hall and shut the
Okay.
doors.
Sorry, I didn't eat.
okay.
Can you
Can I-
grab me something as we go? Sorry, hello, Jinora Thistleweed. You might have heard of me.
They glare at you
Stone
and
Creek.
take the butt of their spears and just shove you on.
Oh, don't. No poking. Only people who are my friends get to poke me. Wink.
So as they herd us into this other room, I asked them, may I see Ulfang? I have experience with healing and diseases. I might be able to help.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna mumble to Rhea that next time I need interrogation, I need better persuasion.
I'll smile and
Oh my
touch
God.
Avi's arm and tell him that. Do you want me to handle this?
As you're like, I have experience in healing. You get clocked in the side of the jaw with the butt of a spear.
Jesus.
Don't
I
you
just-
in there.
dare touch
I
me!
just
I
grit
swing
my
at the
jaw
guy
and
that hit him.
You do what?
I swing at the guy that hit him.
Roll
Oh
to
my
hit.
Gosh, this is. This is
Okay.
going poorly.
Oh my
After
god.
whatever happens
This
with
is
his
not
swing,
helping our case at all.
I'm just gonna like lock my arms around his to like pull him back.
Bitch. So as this guard just clocks Ulfang in the face, the back of your spear, you just catch him in the back. You catch him with a huge right and just knock him off his feet. You are immediately surrounded by like 5 guards, spears pointed at you, getting ready to run you through.
I'm
Guys,
breathing
calm
really
down,
heavy
calm down.
and
I
like
just lock
growling.
Augthar's arms behind his back.
Jinori's gonna
It's not
touch
worth it,
Algie.
friend.
I'm going to
I'll
get in
stand
the
in
middle of
front.
this. I'm
Yeah,
getting
I'm
in the
getting
middle
in
of
the middle,
this, and I'm looking at them, and I'm putting my hands up, going, "Everyone's really on edge right now. We are afraid for Ulfang and what this means. Everyone's tempers are running high. We beg for your indulgence. It's just very frightening at the moment, and we want to make sure that Ulfang is okay, and whoever did this is brought to justice. So we beg you for your forgiveness in this. Surely you understand what it's like to feel rage and grief and want justice to be done. And we beg, please forgive us for this, and we will trouble you no more."
So you see a
Can you
man.
beg for some food?
You see
Do I
a.
take any damage, by the way?
No, it's just for flavor.
Oh, okay.
So you see a man, one of the guards. He's got golden knots of Reich on his chest. He seems he's like, oh, calm down. The next person to touch these people will answer directly to me. They are under suspicion. They are not under arrest. Enough of this.
Thank you, sir.
Can I have a chicken leg?
Bring someone something to eat.
I'm a halfling. Come on, you haven't fed me. I'm really hungry.
I apologize for all this misunderstanding. I
And
believe.
drag her away.
I was going over to that guy, and then nobody fed me. It's ridiculous.
You've got a believer in the crowd. You've got to, he believes that you didn't do this.
Who was that guy?
It's
We know
one of the
him?
captains of the guard. One of the
Okay.
house guards. You don't know who his name is, but you know he's a captain.
Right.
Is
And
he
then
tall?
down to Ginny's level and
Kind of.
say,
She winks.
Jinora, you are really not helping your case right now. It's best
What?
to be quiet and
What case?
right
Are they
now
locked
they
us in here?
all
Are we
hate
locked
us.
in this room now?
Owie, owie, owie. Blue one.
Jar, make a charisma saving throw.
She doesn't know what she's done, obviously.
Can I add inspiration to that?
Yes, you can.
Please, for the love of God.
Roll a 6.
RNGesus.
Called it.
Finally!
Please let
It's
that
been
be enough.
15! And as everyone's like converging around you, like going like, "What the fuck are you doing?" As everything snaps into place of that you were given this ribbon, and you felt compelled to wear this red one, and you know it's all been like this hoax, and you finally come back to yourself.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh.
I
pulled Jenny in-
slowly
I'm pulling
take
Jenny
the
in-
red ribbon off of Jinora.
I pulled Jenny into a hug.
She takes the ribbon away and throws it into the nearest flame, anything she can burn.
As you throw it into the fire, there's a larger than you expect whoosh,
Oh my god!
I am.
and you
Oh.
you smell like the faint scent of resin in the air.
What was that?
I'm going to tell him.
He did this to me. Jinora is going to flip anything that is in her way. She's raging.
Just let her process this.
So are we locked in the dining room right now?
Yes, you are. You are locked in this room.
She's flipping a
Can
table.
I just start looking around and see if
She would
there's
like to
any
flip a
way I
table.
can get
Make a
out of
strength
here, 'cause
check.
I do not like being in
Roll-
friggin'
roll
locked
that
rooms.
My
20.
inventory.
What am I
Roll that
rolling again?
She's making a strength check to try to flip the table. As you go to like flip this large oaken table, you're just like so angry. You're like, "Grr," and it like moves up like an inch, and you slam it back down. You flip a chair.
Are there?
Fuck it.
She's just going to
Are
keep
there-
punching it.
Is there any? Are there any like dishes or anything on the tables?
No, it's a clean. It's like, and so what are you looking for, Talon?
I just want to look to see if there's a way to get out of here, because I do not like being in locked rooms.
No, this is there's no windows. There's a chimney, but there's a large fire going.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna pace then, I guess.
You start
Jenny?
pacing.
Jenny,
No, don't touch me. Don't come near me. I can't.
Jenny?
I can't.
No, Jenny, come here. I'm so sorry. I should have gone with you. This is my fault. I should have been with
Not
you.
again.
It's no one's
No,
fault.
no, no,
We'll
no.
Don't do
get out
this
of
to
this.
rogues. Rogues,
No.
don't do this to the rogues.
I'm standing by the door, or wherever. What did they put us in?
Like a
Room?
large, like private dining room.
All right. Standing by the
Aoi
door.
goes over to the nearest wall and punches it as hard as she can and says, "Ksa!" Which
It's okay.
pretty much the draconic equivalent of saying shit.
You punch the
Oh!
wall. There is a.
Oh, I don't know Draconics.
Wow,
I
I've
don't
never
know
even
Curse.
Yeah.
never even seen Aoi get mad.
And she has tears in her eyes at this whole situation.
I'm going to start to play with Janora's hair and sing softly.
He's a rogue, and he did this to me.
And we will make him pay.
Never again, Rhea. Oh,
Never
let it
again.
happen.
I'm so sorry. I won't let this happen to you again, I promise. I'll be right with you, and we will make this son of a bitch pay for what he's done. I'm just
We'll do more
trying
than
my
make him
best.
pay.
Oh, his ancestors
having-
and his predecessors are gonna pay.
I'm
They
having
will
his
all
head,
pay. They will all
and then I'm
pay.
going to put it on our mage tower, and I'm going to tie a ribbon around his throat so that every
I
rogue
keep hearing about this
knows.
mage tower. It sounds wonderful.
So every rogue knows what they did. They know not to mess with me. Not after last time. And she's gonna brush the scar on her face, and she's just gonna sit and cry. Just a little
Not
bit.
go.
Talon goes up and puts his ear to the door.
I step out of the way
Hugging
so he
the
can put his
door.
ear to the door.
So you
So I'm
put
like
your ear to
right at the
door.
door.
Make a perception check.
What do your rogue ears hear?
Every.
Your rogue
Not all.
is-
Not
you hear the muffled talk. You really can't make it through, but you hear almost like a scuffle start. And as you're listening to the table, you hear the you can. Excuse me.
You're excused.
You have a mute button.
I do have a mute button.
He
but
never
was
uses it.
Talking. You have disadvantage, Dustin.
Whatever.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
You heard like when they shut the door, you heard like a heavy beam set into place. You hear that beam lift, and the doors open, and you see that guard, the captain that had believed you, and standing next to him is Johan.
I
Johan!
step back like I wasn't just listening at the door.
Come on, let's go. We need to leave now.
Let's
What's going
go.
on, Johan?
Let's go.
Oh, fuck it, let's go.
Nice.
As you start leaving, you see a contingent, a mismatch of the crap notebook. I forgot the fucking clan names.
Can I do a quick insight on this check, inside check on this guy before we go running?
for it.
Me too!
Shit!
Nora would
He's
like-
implicitly, you believe him implicitly.
Great!
Nora would like
This
to
guy's
incite him
good in my
because
book.
she's
Jinora
really
knows
upset.
he is being very honest. He's willing to
Angry.
help.
Oh,
We
sweet.
need to go with him. And she just sort of does that thing, you know, like when you've been crying and you've got like snot in your nose, and then she just wipes it on her sleeve. It's like, I probably shouldn't have burnt the ribbon.
It's fine. Tiny
It's
one.
fine.
We'll figure it out. Stick close to me,
We'll make
tiny
this
one.
work.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Nice, Owie.
nice.
Natural
Allie is
20!
because she's
Obviously,
full of anger.
She is full of anger, and you see Johan is like trying to help. He's getting you out of here. You can tell he has a plan in place.
I look.
I think
So-
he has a plan.
I
Come
look
on, guys,
as we're
let's go!
walking out the door. I wait for Rhea and Jinora, and I look at Rhea in the eyes, and I'm like, "We don't leave her side. Nothing happens to her.
I'll die first.
You and me both." And we go.
Piggyback ride? And I'll talk to Jannar. Do you want a piggyback ride for me or Augie?
I want to walk.
Let's go.
Alright.
Oh shit! I broke Jinora.
You did?
Okay.
She's angry. She's so angry.
So, as you guys are the hall has been completely cleared, and as you guys are like making your way through this large hall, there's the contingent with you is a mix of Broken Wing, Shattered Claw, and firebrand clansmen who are, all their allegiance are clearly displayed with the shields that across their back, and they're all like ushering you out the door, like go, go. As you reach the large double doors, you are met by Roman Dragonbreaker and Karis Dawnshot. There's on the outside. In light of new evidence, we believe you that this is not, you have not had anything to do with this. This anything it is, it could be attempted sabotage.
Does he still have the ribbon on him? You have to take it off and then burn it.
We figured out what was poisoning him, and she hands you back the pendant that you gave him.
What was the new evidence that you discovered?
That guard that your large friend there beat to a pulp was persuaded to talk.
Good.
But we cannot... The Isles are a fair place, but the word of a guard against the word of a Jarl is still... But at this moment, we were going to... Holy shit, that's a lot of rain coming down. It scared me.
What about the word of somebody who is named
You're still an outsider.
against the word of a Jarl?
Yeah.
What if I pledged myself to somebody here?
And you're...
Would that still make me an outsider?
In the strict sense, yes. But what we're going to do... Garrett's champion has already started to ascend the mountain.
What?
I knew it.
Oh no, he's not.
Poor shit.
Go now. Johann will be our eyes and ears while you do this.
Please
Rest assured that
Ulfang.
rest assured that your Ulfang is fine. He's resting now.
Please.
He's put a lot of faith into you. Do not disappoint him or prove us wrong by failing in this.
We
Thank
won't.
you.
She hands you Karis hands you a large backpack full of winter clothing. Just 3 days up, 3 days down. You can do this.
Okay.
Please tell Ulfanga I'm so sorry. I would never.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage. 16. Karis leans down and... I know, little one. You were not of your right mind.
He
Now
will
go.
pay for what he's done to me. Even if he is a Jarl. But I will deal with that later and any repercussions that may come from that.
Okay.
And then she's gonna go. She's just gonna walk out ahead of everyone. Like her tiny little
Nope.
legs. Tiberius
Nope.
walking.
Lost
She's
it.
going.
Right behind her. Eh,
She's dashing.
Nope. You can't escape me.
I casually walk and keep up with both of them.
Goliath,
Wait for
man.
me.
All right. So as you all start leaving, and all the guards that had helped take down the the Goldcrest, I think that's what I named the other guards that helped them all wait. But Johann walked with you, and strapped to his back is a very weird, it's an odd-looking sword. It seems to be made out of stone, with like bits of teeth hanging off the pommel.
Gross. But I like it.
What kind of teeth?
Large teeth. You can't really tell.
Okay.
All right. Does anyone need to use the restroom, get drinks, do anything?
I do.
Alrighty then. We're taking a 5-minute break
I'll be right back.
from the
I'm
Fields
sorry.
Gods.
Fucking A.
So hi guys.
Never
I'm
been so mad in a game before. So mad.
Now
If
you were
Fatty
punching
had-
people and
Well,
stuff.
if Fatty had been there, I was gonna haul over the table and knock him in the face. And
That
then
would've
Charles
really
made him
ballsy.
conveniently leave. Damn it.
It wasn't gonna.
Oh my god.
I've poisoned someone. I should stick around to watch that.
I was hoping I could catch him as he was leaving or something, because I wanted to punch him in his soft, fat face, which will still happen, I'm sure.
Not if Jinora cuts his throat first.
Well, you cut his throat, I punch him in the face and knock his head off.
That's double team. High
And I'll
five.
th-
Or
and I'll
low
throw a
five.
dagger at him.
Now we call it a halfling smile.
Jinora, do the
there's
thing.
a story. There's a story that I wrote. I probably will find it again. Of 2 rogues who gave Jinora the scar on her face,
Yeah.
and she cut their throats and wrapped a ribbon round it, and then left their heads in the harbour for everyone to see.
Dark.
Don't piss off rogues, mate.
Uh,
Ginny goes dark.
And she has fair reason to go dark.
Yes, she does. I'm
Wow,
so
Charles,
sorry,
thanks
chat.
for the.
I've made some of you cry.
I was feeling things. Goodness gracious,
My job as a DM is complete.
man!
Correct.
Feels.
Some political intrigue.
Yeah. It's fun.
I did not think it'd go that far. Really, I thought she'd like once or twice she'd break the charm, but then I'm like, I gotta keep going.
It's amazing how sometimes some of the best story elements are because of bad rules.
Yeah, I know. It was great.
And Owie's mad. People are freaked out in chat.
I know they are.
wow!
They're like,
Because
oh my
Owie's
gosh,
never
she's
mad. They're worried.
Owie's like the tiniest, cutest little.
And she just
Ginny
cursed in
is
Dragon
Unikitty.
Ball.
Oh my god, she is! You got it. You got it, chat. She is Unikitty. Unikitty's my favourite.
I
Yay!
am so upset right now.
And character, and I'm so frustrated with
You
the
and me both,
situation.
Snicket. You and me both.
Everyone back?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
Is Snicket? Oh, yep, there she is.
Alright then, back
time
to the
to-
action.
Hi. Oh, bye. Thank you for the chibi owie Jenny.
Oh, you're very welcome.
He's so cute.
Hayate licks for Jenny.
Oh,
Oh, Hayate, sweet, sweet baby.
owie pets Hayate.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, it is time to go murder hobo.
Agreed.
Hobo. Okay, so you
She would
guys are
definitely
now.
The
It
hug
is-
apple.
It is close to midnight as you guys start your trek up the mountain.
Okay.
So
Oh.
this
We
guy
put on the
just,
winter
like,
clothes,
left
right?
Before
Yes.
we were even
Yeah.
supposed to
Do
go.
I have to put on the winter clothes?
Bastard. You don't have to.
Adorable winter.
Like,
Hey,
you and I are
don't think
adapted
it's
to it.
lives,
Yeah, we're
so
adapted
they're
to the
used
cold, 'cause
winter
we're-
weather. Right?
I say to Augthar, I guess, or as we're starting or get going or whatever.
I don't even bother to look at the clothes.
What?
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna ask you, since we're adapted to the mountains, should we take off and try to catch that other guy, catch the guy who got a head start on us? I assume we can move quicker in mountain terrain than on the whole party.
I
That's,
Yeah,
don't.
that's a great idea.
But will that
I need
affect
one of you to
the
carry
outcome
me.
of
Okay.
the hiking?
If you-
I'm not sure of the rules. I want.
That would have been one of the things I
but
was gonna
if he
ask.
never
Darren.
comes down from the mountain, I mean, they did say there were plenty of obstacles.
This is true, and my instinct, I want to chase him down.
I say,
Colin.
Yeah, but we're each allowed to choose one path to go to if there's like a fork in the road or something. Oh god.
God damn it.
We
I
lost
mean,
it.
they just
we
tried
lost
to
the
poison.
DM.
They just tried to poison that other dude. So like, you know, they're not playing fair either.
Yeah. I guess we should wait for Charles though.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we kinda need
dipped
you.
out. I quit. The fields have got too much.
But
This is of your own doing.
We literally need you.
We literally can't do anything else.
You need. I gotta read everyone.
Or I just like, we chase him down, we push him off the mountain, I come back down, I punch Fatty in the face, game over.
I dig it. I like this plan.
This is a good plan.
What is that slamming sound?
That would be my girlfriend doing something.
Oh, I see her in the background.
I mean, I don't agree with killing him, but we should at least stop him.
But he's
Let's
going
break
as
his
part
legs.
of the competition.
I mean, I think the easiest way would be to just kill him. I mean,
No, just let's break his
It's
legs.
not his time, but I understand your sentiment.
we need
I'm
to
okay with hurting him.
we need to complete this task for
Yes.
Okay.
Ulfang.
also, holy fuck, this mountain is spooky.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not okay
like
with
an
this.
ice dragon slayer.
Good lord, Charles, that is an awesome picture.
That's so fucking cool, dude.
Except we need to be on the lookout for giants instead.
I'm a little scared now. Just a little.
Just a little. Atmosphere's right. Music's good.
Oh my god, that's
Music's
creepy.
excellent.
So have we decided what we're doing?
So there's two paths
We
up
need
this
to-
mountain.
Oh,
As you reach the base, because there's like the so you reach at the base of the mountain, like because there you have the hall, and then like there's a winding path leading up, and there's two split paths, very rocky, both very precarious looking.
Jinora wants to see which one that he might have taken. She's gonna look for
Roll survival. In this late hour, not being able to see in the dark, you were having issues trying. Like you cannot tell which path they traveled.
Is it vital that we
Can I
take
see
separate
her
paths?
struggling?
Not. You can see that she's in her like sheer frustration with the charm and everything like that. She can't get a clear thing, and oh, she's setting the fucking Now I know what she's doing. She's setting the snaps for her wallet she's making.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So-
cool.
I'm like, what the fuck is she banging?
Crafty. Crafty girlfriend's crafty.
The crafty girlfriend's crafty.
Well, what are the things I was gonna ask Johan besides like?
Well, he's right there next to you.
Oh, yeah.
He's traveling
Johan,
up the mountain with you.
what are the rules for this?
Oh,
Generally,
sweet.
there is no rules.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Someone's
Generally,
going
there's
to
two
die, then.
combatants going up the mountain.
We're gonna take a
And if we kill
Do we have to go up the mountain?
champion,
You have
Do we have to? Do we have to get anything, or can we just pretend we've gone up the mountain and then come back down and go, "Hey guys, we went up the mountain"?
I
I'm
don't
assuming
think
there's
so.
something up
You
there we
need to,
need.
we need to traverse the mountain.
Yeah.
We
Is
have
there
to do
something
this
we
right.
need?
All
We
right.
need to do this
But if
according to
there's-
tradition to make
But
it.
there hasn't been a high king in 300 years. I don't know what we need. I know we need to go up the mountain.
Then we'll
I
need
think
to
we'll
go
figure it
up
out
the
when we get
Which
there.
path can I
Yeah.
look and see? Since mountains are my.
I also wanted to step ahead and also take a look and see if I
All
can
right,
see where
both
this
you
guy
roll
went.
survival.
Well, as we're all standing there, I'm gonna take out a torch and light it since it's
That's
midnight.
Cool.
Please
So,
be careful.
Augthar notices that one of the paths, see, there's some scuffled stone.
I take off.
And you can-
I take
you
off
can
in
tell
the path. If
He wasn't alone. There probably, from the such of different footsteps, there was 6 to 10 people with him.
Johan.
Oh God.
Do we
Doesn't
want to go
matter.
that way, or do we want to go the other way that he didn't go?
No, I
You think
I
they
take off in
know?
the take off in the direction that the group of people went.
Oh God. And we
Looks like
can't
we're going
split the
that way.
party. Let's go.
Yep. No splitting the
Yep.
party.
All right, so you're
Jinora's
going
going
up
to
the path that they
Tiberius
traveled.
walk.
I am also doing a Tiberius walk.
Oh
No,
God.
I'm not doing. I'm doing a furious Goliath, storming
Stride.
down a path.
We set like a hard march.
So as you start going up this path, I need everyone to make athletics checks.
Okay.
Shit.
Is there any kind of Goliath bonus thing going on?
Nope.
All right, just checking.
I got a 20.
Hey! Talon is buddies with me.
I'm not very
Yeah.
strong.
Woo!
What? I have a +6. Are you kidding me?
You have a
Oh
plus
man,
6.
we are.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Five.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you have a 20.
So
Still.
Jinora trips. She rages and trips.
Augthar is making good time. The rough terrain, he feels at home from his monastery and stuff, going these rough mountains. While everyone slowly starts to fall back from him. Yeah, Ulfald's armor is just so heavy. He's just not used to traveling the mountains in armor. Aui's the same way, just like kind of dragged down by the armor she's wearing. Jinora is like so angry, she's catching every little rock and just tripping and falling.
Do I notice, or am I too full of a rage?
Artist
Make a
off.
perception. No, you notice that people they're starting to fall behind. As your pace just seems to eat up ground in this rage.
Would Jinora be offended if I just picked her up?
I don't know. Would Jinora be offended if you
You
just
can,
picked her up?
you can try.
Do it.
You can certainly
Do
try.
it.
That voice.
I'm just angry and determined.
You can
Rage
pick up
walk
Talon if you
Augie.
want.
Augie, do the thing.
Okay.
Do it, Augie.
Just grab Jinora.
So as you pick up Jinora, just throw her over your sitting on top of your shoulder, pike style. You see, you go back to this ground-eating pace. Everyone else is struggling to keep up with you. If you keep this pace for much longer, they're going to take a point of exhaustion.
Oh God.
Someone better convince me.
Slow down.
that.
Augthar, you might want to slow down. We can't keep up with your massive, meaty steps.
Augie, please.
We'll be stronger together, Augthar.
We need to stop him. We need to get to the top of this mountain.
I know.
Can't do that if we're all exhausted.
We can't. We won't be able to get back down.
As far as he knows, we haven't left yet. He may stop for the night.
Yeah.
There are other things on this mountain. We can't just make ourselves tired chasing down this group of 10 people.
Oh, I'm just
Plus,
so
we
mad.
may give ourselves away
I don't want to
if
medicate though.
we're all never making this much noise.
Uthal's right. As far as he knows, we're still locked up. We have the element of surprise,
Which
which
is
we
why-
can't utilize if we're exhausted.
Yeah.
We can dial it back a pace, just fast enough
Yeah.
where we're not exhausted. That way we're at our peak when we come upon them. And then we can plan when we do and figure out what we want to do.
Listen, we have 3 days, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 of us, right? There's 7 of us. There's 10 of them. They'll take longer than we will. So if we just keep a steady pace, we should eventually catch up to them in the 3 days that we have up and down this mountain.
Aye.
Okay.
Please, Augie.
Please.
Augthar,
Make an
I'm so
intelligence
tired.
check.
Me?
Make an intelligence check.
Me?
Yes, you.
I have a -1 to intelligence, so that's not
Oh
good.
god.
I think that's why he's making you roll.
Come
Huh?
on,
Double
Augie.
digit.
So with an 11, you know that keeping this pace, you will never be able to keep this pace for 3 days. You may eat up some ground to begin with, but later on you're going to get tired, and you're going to be slower if you did. And you're going to be way slower if you just kept a steady pace going.
Augie, we should slow down as much as I want to. Go ahead
But tiny.
of everyone else.
Fine.
Oh, thank fuck.
Shall we camp for the night?
God
Should we
damn, my
find somewhere
foot's
safe?
stuck in the snow.
Do you need some help, darling?
It's fine, I got it.
Do I think that they would have stopped to camp for the night, or are they going to trudge up this mountain all night?
You make another intelligence check. You are of the mountain, so you should.
Well, big squares are good.
With 14, you would think that, with them being so adapted to such climates and terrains, they may make it all night, but for the most part, they would probably stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Plan.
How far have we
Let's
gone
camp.
in my...
Oh yeah, I guess.
Evil
How long
march.
did we go for? Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles?
1 second. How far you've gone? You've gone about 20 minutes, and you've eaten up a huge chunk of ground doing this. You can, as you start winding up the mountain, you start seeing like the lights in the of the makeshift town that's surrounded the
Can I
the
check
High
to
King's
see
Hall.
If we've gotten any, check the tracks again, see if they've gotten any clearer or anything like that.
Make a survival check,
Can I make a survival check too?
if you so wish.
I'm awful at it, but you never know.
So 10. So
I know I'm cold and I don't like it.
Rhea is like swaddled in her like big poofy coat they gave her, and she's just like looking at the ground, going, "It's cold. It's stupid." Talwyn, you notice that the tracks seem to like there's scuff marks now.
I use my produce flame cantrip too to just kind of look at the ground.
So as a small spark pops in your hand, and you start looking at the ground, and you notice there's scuff marks. So it looks like they're starting to drag their feet a little. They may be getting tired. They may be slowing down.
Yeah, let's find
It looks like
place to-
everybody looks like they're slowing down. So maybe, it depends. It's up to you guys if we want to keep pushing and catch them, or
We make camp.
Yeah, we find a place to
But we're
camp
up
for the night,
early.
and we'll catch up to when we've earned a good long rest.
before dawn.
The minimum requirement, and then we move.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Who wants to take first watch?
I will
will.
watch.
I would
So you
like to
guys
take
are
first
looking-
watch. I cannot sleep. Please let me take first watch.
Me and
Alright.
Jenny will take first watch.
So as you are looking through
I mean, I'm going to say we don't need to take a full 8 hours rest. None of us are hurt. We don't need to regain spells. We could rest for a few hours, just keep marching, just enough to not get exhausted. If you'd want.
I'm for this plan.
I can sleep on you, Augie, when we walk. So I
Instead
don't
of
mind
8,
taking-
maybe 4 hours.
If I don't sleep, am I going to get exhausted? How long is it going to take me to get exhausted?
At the pace you were going, you are tired.
Oh.
That rage and adrenaline slowly bleeds out of you, and you're just standing there and you're just kind of, your knuckles hurt from decking like 3 people.
That did happen.
And all that adrenaline and rage has left you exhausted.
I sit down to watch but I leave Ginny on my shoulders.
You could stay up for a full watch.
Well, no, I know, but I here's what happens, or here's what I
Okay.
want to happen. I sit down. I start sort of mumbling to Ginny about we'll both keep watch, and then I fall asleep, sitting up, like straight up.
Oh.
She's still on my shoulder.
Is everyone else asleep?
As of now, yeah, everyone would be asleep.
Yeah.
You're the only one awake then.
Jinora quietly climbs down off Augie and says, "I'm very, very sorry." Kisses his cheek,
Uh-oh.
and she's going on ahead. She's helping ahead.
Okay.
I would like to reach.
Oh my god! Are you shitting on me right now?
Dustin, roll a perception check, and unless you roll a nat 20, she leaves.
Rolling that 20, bro!
Please, for the love of God.
Oh! Yes! Fuck yes!
Oh my God, that was what we needed.
That smile. So as Jenny slowly creeps off of you, her foot catches just a bit in your armor, and you start awake as she's slowly starting to walk away.
I follow her.
I knew you were gonna fucking do that!
Alrighty then, so you two, leaving the party behind, start making
Fucking
your way up.
assholes, we're just sleeping over.
Does Jinora notice him following her?
Yes, and there's as she's walking, he's not give you the inclination to wake the others. It's just this drive of let's go.
Somebody should stay with them.
Oh my
I
god.
do not leave you, Jinora.
Who's gonna be watching the rest of us? And I'm not there.
Oh my God, who was supposed to take second watch?
You guys tell me. I don't know who's taking
We
second.
didn't. Oh!
I'm gonna offer to do second watch.
Jinora's gonna go to the rogue, and she's gonna gently touch him before they leave, and try and wake him, but put her hand over his mouth so he doesn't cry out.
I'll make a sleight of hand check to see, because you shake him, you just kind of clap over his mouth real quick. So Jinora kind of shakes you awake real quick. You start awake, and you have this little halfling hand just right over your mouth.
I just
Be
look at
quiet. We're going on a little ahead of the others. I trust you not to wake them, but you need to watch over them. Got it?
Got it.
She's gonna take a hand away. Augie, let's go.
Right.
I step outside and just kind of watch them go.
Okay.
Wondering whether or not I made the right decision.
So you guys push onward through the night. Rhea, make a perception check as you try to wake up for second watch.
I'm sorry, Rhea.
With a
And she's
start,
just ruined that relationship for you.
with a start, you shoot up, from a nightmare of epic proportions of Jinora cutting through a swath of people and her betrayal, a real betrayal of Jinora. And you start awake, and you see Talwyn sitting up waiting.
I'm sorry, nightmare. I couldn't wake up. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Augie and Jinora went to sleep.
No, they went on ahead.
They what?
Yeah, they woke me up and said they were going. So
Oh, no. And I immediately just grab my shit and I start running down the trail.
Okay,
Allie
so
and
she.
I wake up now.
And the
Make
rest of
a
us wake up.
perception
Ria's
check
running
with
away down the
disadvantage.
trail. We should probably go.
Oh,
Okay,
wait, now,
there we go.
as he yells, everyone starts, the other two start awake, like, what's going on? What, who?
Where's everyone?
What did you say, Talon?
I said that Ria is going that way because Augthar and Jinora went that way.
Use my lance to stand myself up.
Produce flame. I got a flame in my hand, and then we go.
And I cast light.
Okay, so now you, as the party's making this, like, epic charge around the mountain.
I am full out. I've never full out tilt run before. I am just not even caring how
Make
exhausted
an
I get.
athletics check.
Oh shit.
I don't care if I fall down the mountain.
Let's say with
my
advantage,
God,
because
say that.
you are full, like, just rage, and, like, you are set focus on this. It is your full tilt run, and you are, like, there's broken crags in this path, and, like,
Jumping, leaping.
yeah, just leaping, jumping, like you've been born on a mountain, and this is what you do all day, every day.
I'm gonna pay for this in the morning.
Maybe.
Oh God.
Okay, so we're gonna jump to the two that ran away in the middle of the night. So you're about 2 hours ahead.
Awesome.
Nora's on Augie's shoulders as well still.
So at the rate that you're going to catch up, because you guys went off at a steady pace. So what Ria's keeping is she'll catch up within probably 45 minutes if she keeps that pace.
Gonna try to.
Okay, so as you guys start, as you two are like clipping up this, you got a steady clip. You make a perception roll for me. So Augthar hears the steady sound, like of the sound of like large feet crunching into ice. The higher you go up the mountain, the more snowfall there is, and you hear like boom, and it's just a steady walk.
Oh my God.
Can I tell how far ahead?
Roughly, probably around next bend or two of this mountain trail.
I stop. And I say, Tiny One, they're there. We've caught up. I think. There's noise.
Okay.
And I slow my pace down, but I keep walking forward.
Jinora would now, because he slowed his pace down, she's going to climb down off him. Because she was sleeping a little bit, dozing on his shoulder. And then waking up, dozing again. Waking up, dozing again.
Oh. So cute.
Do you want me to stealth ahead a little just to see who they are, what they have, so we at least know that?
Not too far.
I promise.
Back the instant sign of trouble.
She's still quietly ahead, and she's going to stick to any sort of cover she can just to see if she can see anything about them.
Okay, so as you slowly start, you hug to the side of the mountain, and the winter clothing they gave you was a lot of dark grays and whites, so you just kind of blend into this outside.
Walking
Yeah, you
mountain.
do.
As you slowly start creeping around, you make it across that second bend as you come through, and standing,
Boy.
I don't know where this is going.
standing sentinel along a small, like, pinched point of the path, you see two men built, large men built and slightly armored, but standing behind them is a 15-foot, blue-skinned, heavily armored, with a large two-handed axe sitting like against a pillar with his arm just sitting there like bored, standing at the choke point of this pass.
A blue-skinned what?
Blue-skinned, about 15 feet tall, heavily armored,
Giant.
large axe.
Frost giant.
Ooh, sweet.
Okay. Does Jinora know what that is?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
I wanna like while we're hauling ass up the mountain, I wanna get up next to Ulfang and be like, "Did I do something wrong?"
Probably.
Fuck.
You let our friends to go to their possible death, and that's not okay.
They seemed really confident. I don't know.
All right, so Jinora, you do not know what that is. You think it's a large blue-skinned person. You kind of feel the desire to wink at it.
Okay.
Desire to wink.
I need Rhea to make another athletics check.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Oh, come on. Please, for the love of God, for the love of Jenny and Augie.
Hey, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You start to flag about an hour in.
I'm
You know,
pushing.
breathing a little heavily, and you're feeling that like this is like your friend's life at stake. You push through, and you've probably gained about an hour on him. You're probably about 15, 20 minutes behind if you keep this pace. But knowing that you keep this pace, you will take a point of exhaustion when you reach your destination.
I don't care. I'm pushing it. I'm full tilt. Keep going.
Full tilt, keep going. Alrighty then. So no, Jinora does not know what's in front of her.
Okay, so let me get this right. So path, chokehold, two guys, big blue thing that I want to wink at. Wink.
Generally, yes.
Is there anything like an overhang? Like, is there a way we can climb up and around?
No,
Or-
there's sheer like the cliffs. You got one side of the cliff that's just a sheer wall, and the other one just dangling off into nothingness.
This is a bad plan. Jinora's gonna sneak back to Augie.
Okay, 1 second. Nope. All right, you
That's a
sneak
lot
back
of
to
rolls.
Augie.
And she's gonna tell him, okay, so up ahead we've got a sheer cliff on one side, so we can't get up and around. We've got a sheer drop on the other side, so we can't go down and around. Then we've got two guys and a blue guy. He's about 15 feet tall. Kind of want to wink at him. Is
Augthar,
he-
make
what-
an intelligence check.
Oh, come on. I know what that is. I'm a freaking
I know it.
Goliath.
That's why I'm giving you advantage.
What am I doing?
Make an intelligence check advantage.
Would you say he's a handsome blue 15-foot tall?
Intelligence.
Large beard, kind of scarred and gnarly.
Then I grow.
That is a frost giant. You know that instantaneously.
I just sort of growl, Frost giant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might not want to get on that at any point then.
So as you guys are
Is that
sitting there
cold?
talking quiet to themselves, you hear the pounding footsteps of like crunching snow behind you as
Jinora's going to start waving frantically because she's going to,
as
or
you
actually
see,
she's going to draw her bow,
so as you draw your bow, you see Rhea coming up, just
and then she's
breathless.
going to wave hand.
I-
Quiet signal.
Yeah.
Can I stop without sliding?
Make another athletics check to see if you can keep your footing while you try to stop from a full tilt.
Please don't fall off the mountain and die. Please don't fall off the mountain and die.
You're
Nice!
so
God.
feet inside and just like slide slick style. Mark a point of exhaustion though.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I look tired and pissed.
And if behind Rhea, probably like 2-3 minutes, you see the rest of the party just kind of with Johan coming up the back, just like looking breathless, like, why'd I fucking
Well-
sign on to this?
I put up a hand.
I love that we got up to Rhea in 3 minutes while she was sprinting the whole time.
Hey, I'm trying to.
I know. I
Shh. I put up a hand.
Okay, so you hear the sound of like feet crunching towards you now,
Great.
Coming from
I would
behind.
like to go stealth,
coming from
please.
behind you.
Jinora's
I just...
turning with her bow, and as soon as she can, she is firing.
Before I turn, I'm looking at Rhea, and before I turn around, I sort of try and convey through my eyes. I wasn't going to leave her alone, and then I say frost giant, and I turn and pull my sword and scrape it across my chest.
Me!
I say the giant equivalent of fuck.
Okay, so as they start to come around this bend a little bit,
Can I roll
roll
for
an attack.
With my arrows.
This is why you don't split the party.
Wait, so
At
what
least
does
we caught up.
exhaustion do?
Hmm?
What does exhaustion do? 'Cause I'm
Fuck you, asshole!
You have-
Fuck you!
At the first level of exhaustion, I think it's disadvantage on all ability checks, I think.
Not first level.
Yeah, level 1.
Level 1's just
Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks.
ability check. Okay, just ability checks. Okay.
Yeah, not attack rolls.
Okay, that's what I thought. Level 2's attack rolls. Okie dokie. Is music playing?
Can I stealth just before this happens?
Sure. You can still as you see Jinora pull out her bow, and she's like, yeah.
So
Wait,
I've done
okay.
as I say frost giant. I turn, I scrape it across my thing. The blood hits the sword. It starts to glow, and I just start walking forward.
Okay, so as they start to turn this bend, Jinora just fires off, and the arrow strikes into. I need to get a thing up for initiative fast. Alrighty then.
So are we rolling initiative now?
Yes, roll initiative for me.
Nope.
Okay.
Ugh.
1d20.
What do you mean, no character? Oh.
5. Ooh, that's terrible.
Come on, rage. Hey, if I'm really fucking winded.
I fucking me. It was working before.
Fuck my life.
This way. Nine.
Alrighty then. So let's go through the initiative orders. So Dustin's got a 6. Mike's got a 13.
Oh my god, I'm
That's
so
what's
hot.
up.
Janora's got a 12.
Oh shit! Initiative.
Yeah.
Please.
Rhea's got a 5.
Hey, I'm winded.
Howard's
It makes
got a
sense.
9. It does.
It does.
And
Oh my
I'm just
god,
waiting.
what a wonderful initiative rolls we have.
Oh my god, guys.
God, what the fuck?
Alrighty then.
Well, I'm gonna get smashed by a frost giant.
Oh, fuck me.
Frost.
Oh,
I gotta snuck away
'Cause-
before that happened.
Oh no, you guys are fine for at least one of these guys.
because Jinora fired her bow, and I'm assuming it hit.
Yeah, it hit.
Yeah, and it took the damage.
Yeah. So as you turn and fire, the one of the lightly armored men is you just fire at the first target that came around the bend. You catch him right between like the meat of the shoulder, and he's just like ah. Totally not expecting to get shot with an arrow.
I'm gonna take his eye next. You picked the wrong master.
Okay. So, as that surprise round is done, we shall see what. And this guy comes charging up on Jinora, seeing that his friend just got pelted with an arrow. And he is going to swing with his sword. That is a 15 to hit.
Ooh, I've got to check things.
I think you have a 16.
I do, I think. Ooh, you are possibly correct. My roll 20 is loading, so let me have a look at my folder. I've got a 16.
Yeah,
Jog
that
on,
misses.
motherfucker, jog on.
So as he does this like huge overhand chop, you're able to just kind of like duck out of the way, and it slams into the ice and just splinters off ice. We go to Mike.
Okay, what are the other two guys? It's two lightly armored human dudes.
So
and
these
then
look
giant.
like they've got the Goldcrest I have my notebook right here. I named that fucking clan something just different.
Isn't it Goldfinger or some shit?
Dragonscrest.
Goldfinger.
They've got the
Okay.
Dragonscrest insignia emblazoned on their armor. They look like two guys, that two guards,
Right. Okay.
and then a frost giant.
Oh, frost giant. That's shitty. All right, I'm gonna command the frost giant. No. Yeah, fuck it. The frost giant. Or how far is he from me? I guess.
He is.
Do we have a map for this or no?
Yeah, you guys don't see it?
No, I see the
No,
mountain.
I see the
We
mountain.
see the mountain.
What the hell? I changed the scene.
You did not.
That's what you think.
Yeah, I see a big old mountain as well.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's very scary.
Like I had a map set up and everything.
Did you drag us over? The bookmark over?
Oh,
You have to drag the bookmark over. There you go.
Aha!
There we go.
There we go.
okay. I didn't know there was a bookmark I had to drag over. I set up an. Aha! You have a map.
We have a map.
I
Oh
have a-
shit! I
I
don't
don't know
like
what's
this
going on.
I can't control my tokens.
fucking wall.
You can't control your tokens.
Nope.
I can't control it this time.
No, now they're
I
gonna.
could on the last map.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah, I could control a fire until just now.
Why the hell can't I control? Wait a second. Oh. Control by. Which one's the Goliath just standing there? Like the half body.
That's Mike.
That was me. Yeah.
That's Mike.
I'm the head. Sorry guys, hang on. Roll 20.
I apologize. I completely I'm just now
There we
getting to learn the
That's
like the scene
that's fine.
change thing.
Derp, derp.
Hey,
Now we got it.
you were there for one of my first DMs, so you know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's hard shit to learn.
I got the DMing thing. I just don't got the token thing down yet.
It's fine. The control thing is
So I'm gonna give. I'm just gonna give Jinora's token to Rhea so she can move if I'm not paying attention,
Thank you.
Oh yay!
Oh shit!
because the potato doesn't allow movement. Everyone should have control of their tokens.
Yep.
Yay!
Let's All right.
All right then. So what are you doing?
I don't know.
Wait, when did this?
'Cause I don't.
Oh, this guy walked up, huh?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
walked up on Jinora.
I don't really want to kill these guys. So I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just cast Bless on Augthar, Jinora, and Rhea.
What's Bless do?
What does that do?
So whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, you
Yeah,
may
plus
add an additional 1d4.
Okay.
And I'll stay back there.
Okay. So as you can feel like the holy energy of your god blow through you, like flow through you, a small like cascade of light appears above the three people you bless, and they can feel like a strength and like inside them something a higher power is watching over them.
Okay. I'll move up to that spot.
Okay. And you skirt along the cliff, kind of keeping your side. All right then. So who is next? We go to Jinora.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got that guy within 5 feet of me, haven't I?
Yeah, he's
Is-
right in your face.
He's right in my face. So let's just get roll 20 to come back on, so I can.
So are those
Do my
cliff
thing.
walls or those sheer drops? on the
This side, sheer drop
map? Okay.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
Is that
Okay.
to the right or the left?
to the right.
So,
So that is a sheer drop.
All right. I wanted everyone to know, just in case.
good job.
Thank you.
And this goes up, I assume.
That is just it. So you're like on a really narrow path.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, roll 20. Oh, come on, character sheet. You want to load.
You want to load. You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to
Wanna go home and rethink
my life.
You do not want to sell me death sticks.
I do not want to say.
There we go. So, because there's a guy in front of her, she's not going to throw. She's not going to pull her bow on him because that seems silly. So she's going to quickly slide that away. And then, oh, hi. Shiny dagger
Stab, stab, stab.
with sneak attack. Hopefully. Did that hit?
So as you slide your bow away and you go to swing your dagger, just you're aiming like general like kidney region. His sword comes by with a whipping motion, just knocks your dagger out of the way.
Plus 1d4.
I thought that was on damage, not attack rolls.
No, it's attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, you said damage. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you get the D4.
Oh, did I? Oh, my bad.
Misinformation.
Does that now hit?
So as he whips his sword around to try to catch this, you just feel this holy energy infuse you, and you slam the dagger home. Roll your sneak
Yep.
attack damage.
Yeah.
Next to 5.
So 13 points in total.
And then, oh, look at that. I have 2 daggers. Dagger, dagger, bitches. Dagger, dagger.
Mhm.
That's the cutest dagger ever.
Ah.
This time he's kind of, as you
No.
jam the dagger into his kidney, and he's just like, ah! And you go to swing around for the other side. This time he's wise to it and just like clips it out of the way.
Oh, by the way, you're still using strength for that dagger when you should be using dex, Christina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
different
It's literally-
aspects.
It's just that literally that other one, because that's my newest one. Dagger, dagger is my newest one.
Yeah.
The one I got with the belt. The
Oh,
awesome
yeah.
belt. Oh my god! Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
Alrighty then. So as Jinora knows what she's gonna do next turn. The large giant is going to. We're gonna go there. Is going to charge your lone Goliath friend standing there.
I at the ready with my lance.
And he's going to make a swing with his gigantic axe.
Bring it.
That'd say 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
12. You take 13 points of slashing damage as this large axe just catches you like right along the side and slams you against the wall as he readies himself to swing another time.
Okay, that doesn't feel good.
That is a 7 to hit.
Misses.
So as this time he brings the axe with this huge overhand chop, and you just bring your head down just a little bit, and it slams into the wall beside just this huge gouge in the rock appears. He rips it out, and there's just like this feral smile on his face. Alrighty then. That is his turn.
Okay.
And we move to Chris. Oh no, Allie.
Okay. Noticing the giant and realizing there's bigger things at stake here, I'm going to go over here and cast try to cast Burning Hands in a position that it won't hit my ally.
Okay, you can do that if you like. You shift like just. But at that point, you can just cone it out and just catch the
Okay.
giant.
Yeah. And let's see.
And that's just a dex save.
Yeah, I believe so.
What's your spell DC?
It is 12, I think.
12. Okay. Okay, so on save half damage then.
Yeah.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay. Let me bring this level.
Okay, so 4. So as you spread your hands wide and this flame just starts to arc through, and the giant is deftly kind of swings out of the way, but catches just a little bit of himself in there, and it starts to like ignite some of the furs he's wearing on fire as he just beats them out.
Mm.
Alrighty then. So now we go to Chris. Unless that's your turn. Unless you got any bonus actions you would like to.
Nah, that's my turn.
Sweet.
Alright.
So I'm gonna just kind of sidestep to the right a little bit,
All
And
right.
then I'm gonna. I can see the giant because he's the giant, so I can see like the.
Oh,
his
yeah,
head.
he's towering over everyone.
Sweet. So for my first dagger, I'm gonna throw it right at his goddamn giant face.
Okay.
And yeah.
That hits,
Sweet. So I will roll my sneak attack damage.
because he does have people around him.
I'm also still previously stealth, I think, from that last roll. So like,
Yeah, you're
also
still
that. Sweet. So sneak attack damage. Yeah.
Sneaky, sneaky.
So
Sweet.
9 points in total.
And then with my second dagger, since I sidestepped, I can see the dude right in front of Jinora.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna whip one right at him too.
Yep.
And dagger.
Oh.
Ah,
That one misses.
yeah.
So as you come as you step along the side, and you pull one of the daggers out of your sleeve and just whip. It spins and just lands true, catching like just to the side of the cheek of the giant, and it just kind of scrapes across, leaving a shallow gash. And he just roars in pain, just like, what the fuck is that? So that was 9 points of total. So
That's Talon, motherfucker.
as the other one is you like pull the other dagger from your boot and just throw it up and this like trying to impress Rhea a little bit from like this like crouching stand, like flip the guy. It sticks in like just a shoulder plate and just kind of quivers a second and just kind of falls.
Being too impressive.
Too impressive. Alrighty then. So
The first
now,
one was impressive.
it was
Thanks.
Justin's turn.
What's my sword do again?
You can activate it. You get a 10 feet on reach, and you can add an extra d6 if it hits.
Does it like blow them anywhere?
No, it just does. And I forgot to roll for Johan.
This giant is probably fucking tough, right? If I move to the giant, will this guy get an attack of opportunity on me?
Yes, you're in a 5-foot range of him.
Damn it!
But he doesn't exit 5 feet.
If I move
Yeah,
right
if
here,
you just walk forward,
if I
yeah,
move
you'll be
here, I'm still within.
fine. Yeah, you're
range of
still
the
in
giant.
5 feet. Yeah.
I can hit
Thank
the
you.
giant.
I forgot about that. You damn rule Nazi.
Hey man, I don't want us to all die, so
As my bonus action, I chug the potion of heroism.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That I have. I don't remember what it does.
Somebody, quick!
Do you know what gave it?
I have that spell. Hold on.
I was gonna say my notes are in.
I have
the
one
other
too.
room.
You creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to spellcasting mod at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points. So I don't know what spellcasting mod Augthar would use. Cause it's
We'll just go off of
Yeah, I don't cast spell.
We'll
Wait,
go off
what
your.
spell is it?
It's heroism.
Heroism.
Oh wait, he's a blood hunter. He needs wisdom.
Yeah, use your wisdom score.
So +4.
Yeah, +4. So you get +4 hit.
Yeah.
+4 temporary hit points every round for the next minute.
Yep. And you're immune to being frightened.
And you're immune to being frightened.
All right. And then I go up here and I swing my weapon and I activate one of its charges.
That hits.
Yeah.
So that's 15 plus 7, so that's 22, and roll a d6. Or is that plus... No, never mind, yeah, just roll a d6. So that is a total of 25 points of damage. Ugh.
Nice.
As you rush forward and, like, soar down, as the wind starts to whip around the blade, and you just swing forward. This whirlwind just slams into the side of the giant, just ripping a huge gash along its ribs. It just roars in pain, and just like blood starts flowing freely from this large wound that you've inflicted on his side.
Yeah. Fuck him.
And because I forgot to do this, because I'm a frackin' retard, I forgot to roll for Johan. We're just gonna intersect him now.
Oh yeah. Who did Johan go with?
He was
just
with you
chilling.
guys, just
He was
chilling.
with the party.
He was
Or
with the party. Gotta find
the other people
one real fast.
who got left behind.
Johan probably thinks that this whole situation's fucking ridiculous.
He kind of does. He doesn't understand why the fuck he's going with you guys at this moment.
Mistakes have been made by Johan.
Just use this one.
Yay.
What the hell can
Why
I
are there so
add?
many of them?
Wait. Oh,
More minions? What?
sorry.
Cast
No, that was
illusion.
my fault. I was trying to drag it onto the map and it wasn't working. He's like, give me an X. I was like, go over, do your thing.
Silly roll 20.
Always drunk all the time.
I know.
Honestly,
going to
last night
rush
there were
forward.
multiple me's, so
Yeah.
To this guy, he's going to take that weird-looking longsword that he had. He's going to swing at the guy in front of Jinora. That hits.
Nice.
That's a D10. And that is. So as he rushes forward, you could you glance over because you kind of forgot about Johan. You're like, oh, who the fuck? Oh shit, he's still here. His eyes go like this, start going white, and he just rushes forward,
Rage.
frothing at the mouth.
Yes.
And he just swings this long sword. It looks ridiculously huge now that's in his hands. And he just swings with this huge overhand chop, catching this guy right in the shoulder, and digging this huge gouge from shoulder to hip, opening him up.
Fuck yeah.
Oh shit.
I like this guy.
Johan can't stop, won't stop.
Oh god, he is looking rough.
I would assume.
Johan's looking.
No, the guy he just cut in two,
Okay.
I would hope so.
and he's just the guy sets it drives his sword in the ground, just breathing heavily, just blood pouring from his body. All right, so
He
now,
dropped her in twice.
No, Jinora.
no, Rhea, it's your turn.
How bad is Uthal hurt?
That's for Uthal to say.
I've still got a decent amount of hit points. But, if he hits me like that 2 or 3 more times, I won't be looking good.
As a bonus action,
Oh.
flower, gleam and glow, let your power shine. So a little healing word for him, and then I'm going to blow Talon a kiss as I come around here, and I'm gonna fucking jab my rapier in his fucking kidneys.
That is so hot.
You fucking feckless cur.
No shit.
Yes.
So
it's even more hot.
So in your rage, you're going for kidney, but as you run it through, and your rapier comes up from the lower back through his heart, and just
Oh, shit.
and he just slumps and just slides off your rapier.
Nice.
No one. I'm not gonna let anybody die. I won't lose anybody else. Never again. I just rip it out and flick the blood across the snow.
Talon was gonna make a joke, but after that, does not.
All right, then. So now we go to the sad man that rolled a 1 on his initiative. Seeing his friend just be cut down by a group of people. Swing.
Oh, Jinora.
He is going to make an attack at Rhea.
Bring it.
That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Oh.
That is 10 points of damage. As he
Okay.
brings his axe and just clips you around the hip and just knocks you to the side of it, just ah.
Okay, that hurts. Does he get a second attack?
No, not this guy. All right, then, so we go back to the top of the order,
That
where
hurts.
Johan is going, because he rolled really ridiculously well in his initiative.
Nice.
Going to swing back around here, and then just still in this this rage, is going to. That's a nat 20.
Hey!
Yes.
Yeah, Johan. I fucking knew I'd like this guy.
All right, then. So he swings twice. That is fucking A. Yeah. So with this weird looking longsword again, but this time he just swings at the shoulder, catching the guy in the side, just cutting halfway through him, and it's and then just pulls back out and finishes the job with the second cut, just cutting this guy. to pieces.
Well, he needs to be careful.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's near the edge.
He doesn't care. He's raging.
Yep.
What's an inch?
Angry. All right, then. So
Angry.
now we go to Mike's turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Command on the giant,
Yep.
and he must make a DC what is it? 13 wisdom save.
All right.
Bro, are you telling him to jump off the cliff?
I wish I could do
You
that.
can't kill it.
It can't.
He
It
makes
can't be like expressly
Fortunately.
harmful.
So, what's your command you're
away,
going to do?
though.
To flee. Each target must spend its turn moving away from you as fast as possible.
So as you just
Oh my god.
growl at it to flee, and there's like the magic pours through your words. There's a moment where he sits there, he stops, and he starts to turn, but then like this anger comes over his face. He comes back and stomps his foot and is ready to fight.
Whenever
my
Charles
God.
says there's a moment, it didn't
Yeah.
succeed.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay.
Any bonus actions?
I did prepare that spell. Oh, nope. I'm done. That's it. 'Cause that's
All right,
not a
Janora's
spell.
turn.
Okay. So, I just sent you a thing. Oh, roll 20.
Roll 20.
So,
Yeah.
it's because I flick between the app and the in the browser, so I can actually see the map. That is usually why. So, what have I got around me? Let's see. Whoop. Oh, don't zoom that much. So is the giant dude fleeing?
No, he did. He turned back.
Nah, I
Okay.
resisted.
So, Janora's going to come in for an attack. And she's going to... This may not work. She's going to put her hand on the creature as she goes to stab it and go, "You don't hurt my friend." Question, does that make 10 feet of the giant shrink?
No. What the belt does, it allows you to be like, oh look, there's like a vase. I want that. You can grab it and make a duplicate, like a little cloth pocket thing that you can store quickly and then be able to pull
I
out.
figured it wouldn't work like that. Sorry, Jimmy.
That would have been cool. Well, either way, she's still going to stab him. Like, really, like, wait, where would she be on him? She's 3 foot tall.
So you're at like calf level.
I thought you were 2 foot tall.
3'1".
So you're like
She's
at
2
ankle
feet
level
taller
at this
than
moment. I think it's
you.
15 feet tall. You're just like you're looking at like ankle calf region.
I am 2 feet taller than you, my dear.
Yes. She is going to stab and pull down. So she's going to try and inflict the most she can with her shiny dagger. Because she really likes that shiny dagger. It's her favourite dagger.
Leave.
Question.
Plus 1d4.
I was going to say, does the plus... It still keeps going. Cool.
Yeah, it's concentration.
Does that hit?
That's hot.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I love that.
2d6.
Nice. So that is 14 points of damage. Demolish.
So she's like properly like dug the dagger in. It's like pulling down like veins, like, and
So
then
which
with the other hand she's gonna do the back
okay.
of his
Cool.
like or calf or whichever bit she can reach
Yeah.
with her tiny height. Does it like this thing? Does that hit?
Yeah,
That's a nat
nice.
20. So
Oh,
you're
is it?
damn.
And then like the worst damage ever.
Yeah.
Well, because you need to add your strength. So that's a. So it'd be a 2
Oh yeah.
plus
Oh yeah,
the
that's right.
5.
Cheating.
So 7
Okay.
damage.
Nice.
So that's a total of 21.
1.
So as you like swing, you jump, like epic, like and just dig about half calf, and your body weight just slowly drags the blades down, opening up these gushing wounds. As it starts to shake its leg off, as you kind of just pull the daggers off and just barely avoid being kicked off the edge.
And then she would like to disengage and move away towards... Are those pillars? There's no one there, is she?
No, those are
Is there?
pillars. Yes.
Yeah, she would like to disengage and move away to the pillars.
Okay, so you can get about there.
Thank you.
All right then. So that was Janora's turn, and now it's the giant's turn.
Bring it.
Here we go.
Bring it, asshole.
Alrighty then.
Fight
Well, I'm
me.
just chilling over here.
Fight me. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything special about him. He's going to take his large axe. He's going to make one swing at Mike.
All right.
That is a 16 hit,
That is my AC.
so that hits.
Yes, it does.
So that's a D12. That is 16 points of slashing damage as you just caught in the gut and just slammed against the wall again. Now he
Ain't no thing.
pulls his axe back and makes a swing at Owie.
Yes, you
Okay.
are, Goliath.
Oh my god, I was muted!
Wait.
Oh, you wanted to say cutting words, didn't you?
Yes, I did! I muted myself! Fucking A!
So
Can I use Stone's Endurance, though?
you can use Stone's Endurance if you wish.
There we go.
So make that 8 points of damage. As the blade just like hits you, and there's a as you and the blade stops at your stomach, you're just like, ugh! And you're just like, oh god, that sucked. That is a 21 to hit Owie.
Oh,
As my reaction, I cast. As my reaction, I cast shield.
That bumps your AC to 5, so misses.
Yeah, by 5, so it misses.
All right, so as he just brings his axe down, it's like dead center with your head, and as you like in a panic like cast like murder the magic spell, and it stops like an inch from your head as this magical shield just like forms in front of it, just like boom, this flash of light comes out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then we go to Chris. No, Owie. God damn it, I keep doing that.
Okay.
And then me.
Then you.
After. Yes.
How many feet am I from him?
You are 5 feet from him. You are in his face.
Okay, I'm going to stab him then.
Fuck,
Kill him, blue one!
Hmm.
Oh.
Tiny blue.
Okay, I'm going to stab him with my new rapier.
Oh, are you gonna blind the shit out of him?
Oh god, I'm gonna miss.
yo.
So as you lunge forward with your rapier, it just kind of like it stabs him in the knee, and the rapier point just goes. It just bends a little, no purchase, and just flings back. Any bonus actions you would like to take?
No.
All right, then we go to Chris.
Sweet. I'm going to run up to him, whip out the 2 daggers at my hip, and just kind of start stabbing him.
Okay.
Stabbity stabbity.
Stab, 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 stab.
Look.
See, everyone's like all up in a little party stabbing him. I just want to get up in there.
Yeah.
All the cool kids are stabbing frost giants.
All right, that hits. So roll your
Sweet.
sneak attack damage. So that's 11 points of damage.
Sweet. And I stab him again.
Yep. That hits.
Sweet.
So as you just like overhand stab, like the furrows that Jinora had stabbed in him, you're a little bit taller than her, just a little, and you're just like slamming him into his knee and just like stab, twist and pull, just huge gouts of blood just come pouring out. And kind of like his knee starts to buckle, and he just slams his axe to the ground, and sets himself straight. So that was a total of flipping 18 points of damage. Ow. And we go to Dustin.
Right. I just do what I can do. I swing.
Swing.
Yeah.
That hits. So that is
17.
17 points of damage. You bring your long sword down, and you're about waist height with this guy. So you bring like this large, over shoulder strike and cut through the leather armor. And just like a long, shallow gash across his stomach.
How long does heroism last?
1 minute. So take another 4 points of temporary
I
damage.
did.
Yeah. So 10 rounds.
Okay.
So you have 8 more rounds of that.
Excellent.
Any bonus actions you'd like to?
I don't have any. I can't do anything.
All right.
I can
Rhea's
only
turn.
hit with I can't wait for 5 so I could at least hit twice. I feel useless.
Wank.
You do all the damage, though.
Yes.
This is the first time Rhea's actually been injured. This is quite a novel experience. Stabby.
Stab. Nope.
Nope, I have the
Oh,
D4.
bless.
Yep,
You do.
she's blessed.
And as again you go to strike, and there's like this moment of like, oh shit, I'm gonna miss, and then there's like this divine intervention flows through you, and you're just like seeks it home, like base of the back of the knee, doing 12 points of damage. Damn.
Ow.
That spell was totally worth it.
Totally. Like if
As she slides up next to me, I'd be like, sup, babe?
Again, it's like knee starts to buckle
If
under,
Jinora
but it's able to
plays
like,
that, she's gonna,
lock
like,
it and keep straight.
As a bonus action, I'm going to give inspiration to Augie and Talon.
Okay. Take a
Let's
d6.
fucking do this.
Gladly.
Like a D6, like a D6.
So when you say do this, you mean the giant?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
For now.
Sweet.
Okay, so top of the order, we go to Johan, and his frenzied rage comes up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the rage.
We've
Oh
got
my.
a circle around this guy.
You do.
Yeah,
pretty
fuck
much.
this guy.
Well, he's a gigantic meat sack of hit points. So
He is.
He's a
Just-
pincushion.
all I'm thinking is Shaun of the Dead, just like.
To one of the best songs ever.
That hits.
Are you having a good time, Dustin?
That hits.
I'm having a good time.
Okay,
Having a ball.
so.
Don't stop
bitch, I
us
forgot
now.
about this weapon. Okay, so 2 strikes hits. That's a 10. That's a 8. So he takes 18 points of damage as the strike just like chopping at his legs. And then as it strikes into him, there's a flash of magic as the weapon strikes into this giant, and it just like dragon. Fuck. Holy shit. As he does 40 points of damage,
What?
as this blade just cuts, and it just, there's no resistance on this blade. As it just slice, and it's just enough to cut, like, it cuts deep enough that the giant falls and just barely catching itself on its axe, and is falling prone.
Wait, how is it falling prone? Backwards or forwards?
Like to its knees and like just slamming down to the ground. So it's like on its knees, because prones it could be
Okay.
like laying on top of you guys.
I'm just wondering if I need to make a deck save. That was
You
it.
did not need to make a dex save. Where is that?
Sweet. It's gonna smoosh us.
That would not be
Get
pleasant.
smooshed.
Not for little Allie.
He is considered prone at this moment.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it looks like he's
God,
got a
that
back
longsword's fucking beastie. Okay. So that Johan's chopped this fucker down to size. We're going to Mike.
Johan's sword. Can I take?
Do I like recognize or have any kind of inkling of what that might have been?
The sword.
Yeah.
Roll an intelligence check.
It was so cool. It did a thing.
Remember I said the thing about
It's
the
so
mountain and
cool.
people
It
not
did a
coming back?
thing.
Just
You know-
bright flash. Now that guy's almost dead.
Exactly. Like when the blade hit skin, there was just like this, like there was no resistance to it. Like it was just cutting butter.
Okay. Well, for the sake, I don't know how that works for prone works for
You get
opportunity
advantage.
attack. Well, no, I'm gonna move.
You got
so
advantage.
I'm gonna disengage.
Oh, so you're taking your action to disengage.
Yeah, and move
Okay.
towards this thing,
Okay.
and that will be it.
All right then. So that's Mike. Then we go to Jinora.
You're feeling very inspired by that, Johan. Oh my! Oh
Sploosh.
my! So there is a guy
Thanks,
to
Mike.
the left of Rhea, not the big gianty blue guy. The other guy. He's still there, yeah?
Talon.
No.
There's
the
it's
evil.
only the giants left.
Only the giants. left.
Only the giant. Oh, okay. It's just because the other guys.
The other guy's Johan. It's from the same
Oh, okay.
token set I bought.
I was gonna say. So yeah, Janora's gonna. Oh, he's prone, right?
He's prone.
Yeah,
Slide
you
up
have
on his
advantage.
shoulders.
Yeah, you can make an athletics
Go
check for
for
like.
it.
I like how now you're like, yeah, climb on his shoulders, whereas before you're like, no, don't climb on his shoulders.
Eh.
But this guy's
He's on the
his
ground
face.
now. There's not a lot of-
Okay, so
We're
We're
as
slowly
you start
bringing Owie around to our style.
Oh God.
So as you sprint forward, Rhea sees what you're doing this time and like cups her hands and just launches you forward onto this
we go.
thing's shoulders.
Nice.
And
Pretty.
then she would like to
Stab, stab.
stabby stab
Go for the stabby stab with advantage.
into the eye. Do I also...
That's a
Ooh, that's
19.
19.
That's sneak attack damage too.
You're
And
right.
sneak attack.
You knocked the shit out of him.
So that's 16. Get next
And
dagger.
then... So that was into his eye.
I'll say like you go for the eye, but you catch like just like top of the forehead.
Okay. And she's gonna go for the other eye with the other one.
Shit. Next dagger is again that's strength. You're using your strength, so that's 7 points of damage. So that was 16. So that is 23 points of damage.
Oh, it's there. Okay, yeah. Found it. Found it. It should now be fixed for the next time.
So as you like just simultaneously daggers going for the eyes, but its forehead protrudes a little bit further than you expected, and you just gouge down the front of his forehead, just causing rivets of blood to fill his face.
Dark.
It is its turn as it stands up using half its motion. I need Jinora
Oh,
to
God. Now he worries.
now Jinora's going to check to see if she just falls off as this gigantic giant is moving.
Athletics, yeah?
Athletics.
Not acrobatics.
It's to hold on. Nope. So as you, like you've got like
Can-
as you got your daggers like stabbed into it, it starts to shift its shoulders and stand up, and you're knocked back. And you
Can I
are-
catch her?
Can I make it acrobatics?
make an acrobatics and make sure you don't land prone.
I can't catch her?
With advantage because Rita's trying to catch you. That's a 20. So as it like shifts its shoulders up, you like backflip off of it right into Rita's arms.
I love
Got
you.
you.
She's still probably gonna yell at us
Probably.
after
Yep.
this.
Be
All right. So
there.
with its turn, it's going to. It is going to take 2 swings at Rhea and Ginny.
Oh, fuck.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, don't swing at the guy who's
Yeah,
got
no.
ass hit points.
How much damage?
We'll get to that in a second. And Jenny gets hit too because that's a 25.
Oh shit. This giant is pissed.
That is 21 points of damage.
How much?
21 on you.
I'm unconscious.
Oh shit.
So as this axe just comes up and clips you straight to the side, and you're just thrown like 3 feet and just to the ground, crumpling as you go unconscious. And Ginny takes 15 points of damage as the axe just comes back and clips her in the side as well, trying to throw her
Shit.
off.
Crap.
Can Jinora yell, I have potions!
As a free motion, just as you're getting smacked, you're like, I have potions!
Okay, good.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have any.
So
don't
we
have
go
any either.
Bar
to
down.
Owie.
Okay.
Fuck, I should have taken care of wounds.
Okay, I'm gonna stab this giant in the back wall since I'm technically flanking him.
With advantage.
Okay.
Get him, Howie.
Mm.
Angie.
I love chat right now.
No chat, bad
Dude,
chat.
you've pretty much been taking chat for a
Talon,
ride since
get
the
your-
beginning.
Ooh.
Come on,
Who makes a lot? I like your plan.
Oh, as it's just smashing
foo.
and cleaving through your friends, you just run. You just that set your foot and stab, and you catch it right in the back of the calf. You know, really, it's not a lot of. You know, it's like you're poking something. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's like tries to kick you off for a second. Then we go to Chris.
Okay.
Your lady love is down.
Can I? Can I quick seeing her get knocked to the ground? Can I
Oh,
just grab her by
everyone
the-
sees her get
Yeah.
demolished.
I wanna
And you know I
grab her by
have a
the grab her by the
potion.
collar.
You
and
know
just, like-
I have a potion.
I do know you have a potion.
So
but
you're
I
gonna
want-
drag her
I'm
out?
on top of
I'm gonna
her.
drag her out.
All right, so you're gonna take an attack of opportunity from the giant.
Yeah, making sure that he hits if he's gonna swing at somebody.
He's gonna hit you.
He's a rogue. Can he not use a bonus action?
He's-
Oh yeah, can I use my cunning action to disengage? Or
You're
would that
dragging
not-
someone else with you.
Right. Okay, I figured.
So that's an 18 to hit.
That fucking definitely hits. I hope this fucker doesn't one-shot me.
That is 15 points of slashing damage.
39.
I'm good. I'm good.
So as you start dragging Rhea out by the collar, this axe just comes up and clips you in the stomach, and you're just like lifted off the ground for a second.
Wait, what happened?
He's dragging you out.
It's dragging you out of combat.
He took a hit for
I'm
it.
unconscious. So.
Yeah.
So
What? I'm unconscious. I'm unconscious.
We'll tell you how heroic it looked later.
It was super heroic. I was really handsome, and my hair was like flying in the wind and shit.
it was fantastic hair.
Actually, my hair like gets all flamey when I get all mad and shit. So like that's what was happening.
There's sparks starting to show in your hair as as the woman you've grown attractive to is bleeding in front of you.
Right. Okay.
Uh,
Was that my action to like move?
that
her?
is your action to grab her and drag her.
That's fine. Okay.
So you get a bonus action.
I will. How far did I get her to drag her away?
You can move half your movement because you're dragging her. So move your character, and I'll move Rhea with her.
Okay. I just
Like,
I'll just fucking dash.
so like 15 feet.
I don't know what. So like I don't know.
Do you
I
not
guess, like,
have fast hands? Or is that in feet?
Yeah, I'll move right to right there, and I think it's a feat. I don't have that.
All right. So yeah, as you just kind of you take this hit, and you're just like breathing heavily as you're starting to drag your friend away.
Right, and then can I use a bonus action to then just hide?
No, because he sees you, and there's not a lot of places.
Right, there isn't a lot of cover.
Alrighty then. So we go to Dustin.
I yell and swing.
Plus
Nope.
1d4.
You can add a d4.
And D4. And inspiration.
Okay.
Yes.
So as you start to you switch and just swing at his leg, and there's a solid chunk as you clip into his leg and cut a huge another good chunk. And he's looking really wobbly now. There's lots of wounds in his lower legs. And he's just kind of wobbling and looking really rough. It's just kind of bleeding. His face is just a mask of blood.
Right.
Rhea, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one save. So you stabilized.
Well, not stabilized, but I'm not dead.
Oh yeah, you succeed one.
Okay.
Johan,
Oh, this guy's dead.
seeing that Rhea is injured, is going to take a defensive posture, kind of shift over here, not leaving combat, but defending you, and he's going to sit in a defensive stance
Okay.
to protect you guys.
So I'm gonna just dead sprint past the giant dude to Rhea.
Okay, so you're gonna take an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god, guys, don't die! Oh wait, I'm unconscious.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits. It would be so shitty if I die.
That is a 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As you run by, you're just clipped along the knee, and you're just kind of like shit, and you kind of catch yourself like just going fuck, starting
Yeah.
to a little bit further.
So I run and I just slide, drop to my knees to Rhea, put my hands on her, and use lay on hands and heal her for 10 HP.
All right, so as you come back to consciousness, you're just like,
My god.
So can I I know I could distribute that as many times however I want it.
yeah,
But do I have to do Rhea one turn and then myself another turn?
yes, you
or-
have to do it yourself another turn.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I do 10 to Rhea.
All right, then. So we go to Jinora.
Is Rhea now?
You see her
Stable line.
shifting, you see her sit up next to Talwyn as he helps her come to a sitting position.
Still have my hands on her, I guess.
She's she is. If she moves to rear, is she gonna get?
You'll take
hit
attack,
by
an
an
attack.
of- Well, then she's gonna disengage and then move. Like,
Okay,
nope,
so use your
nope,
action
nope,
to. Yep. Nope.
bonus action.
Bonus
So
action.
she's
Okay.
got.
So you still got
she
your
has
full actions. You nope over there.
Killing action, and then she would like to. Nope, and shove a potion down her throat. In a gentle way.
So
No
as you
range
see
potion.
Jinora just as the giant swings at Jinora as it tries to attack her as she leaves, she kind of just out of the way and just runs up on her short little legs. It's like as gently as you could shove a
Slides
bottle of
to
liquid
stop.
down someone's throat. Just like
Rage feed. Rage feed. You alright?
I'm assuming that's just a standard potion.
It is.
So 2d4 plus
State
2.
standard.
That's 2d4 plus 2. I don't care who rolls it.
Foo.
That was
Do
perfect.
you want me to roll it, or do you want to roll it?
Oh, you can. Do you want me to roll it? I can roll it.
You roll
I-
it.
I was
the dice
just
like you.
distracted.
Aww.
Well, you say that. 2d4. Give me d4 and plus 2.
Plus 2.
Plus it. Roll. Be high.
Nice. You feel 8 points of as you have a potion bottle shoved down your throat.
Just coughing and sputtering.
Alright,
Jinora's gonna
so
use her action to kiss her again.
the giant's going to shift this way and make 2 swings against Aoi and Augthar. That is a 15 to hit Aoi.
Nope. 17.
That is a 20 to hit Augthar.
Yeah, that
How
hits. 20. It still hits.
Damn it! Just weakly trying to go. Don't
Just
you?
like from the
don't
ground.
you
Like,
dare.
As you're as you're weakly trying to no, the giant doesn't even seem to notice you. This huge overhand strike. You take 15 points of slashing damage.
I take 4 points of.
4
slashing
points
damage.
as it strikes. There's you shrug it off like
I
it
got
hits your
12
shoulder.
temporary hit points. It's fine.
Oh, sweet.
Alrighty then. So that's the giant's turn. We go to Aoi.
Okay. And stabbing it again.
get him, Maui.
Mm.
You guys are officially a ship in the critter fleet.
Oh my god.
So there's 2 now.
Sweet.
Okay. I'm confused. It's alright.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
I yelled to Augthar next to me, right?
Yeah, yes.
Give me a boost! And I jump off his hands and Legend of Zelda style, I'm gonna put my rapier right through his helmet and into his skull.
Nice!
That is.
I encourage
Ah,
this.
this is awesome.
So as Augthar bends down and lifts and just throws you into the air, there's this you go easily 16, 17 feet in the air, and you just come down with your full momentum and full strength and
Oh,
just
make
drive
it glow.
your rapier
Make it glow before
right
you
through-
hit. I was just make it glow before you hit.
Oh yeah!
Okay, so as you go to strike, the rapier's inherent magic just flashes at at that last second as the giant just reels back, its eyes open, it's just blinded. It drives it right through its forehead and just into it, and you just ride the body down as it just slams into the ground, and you're standing on top of it, just twisting the blade and ripping it free.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah!
Oh my god, that was.
I need everyone to make perception checks.
Perception check.
Ugh.
Perception check. That fucker's getting away or something.
Oh god.
Tell me what I see, DM.
You see bad things as Okay, so let's see. So coming off the sheer cliff, you see two guys, really beefy, same wearing that same crest, slide down the mountainside, like on like sleds, makeshift like tree barks and shit like that.
Shit.
Just get out of the way and let them shoot off the edge.
I need Owie to
Yeah,
make
do
a
they
dex
shoot
save.
off the
I need
edge?
Owie and Augthar to make a dex save.
Oh God.
You have one plus 1d4 to saving
Okay.
throws.
That's a 6.
Plus a d4.
So 9.
Hey, it might make a difference.
Oh,
Charles, I don't like that face.
it's
I don't like the face either, Charles.
16. So what happens is, Owie is able to dodge out of the way. Augthar, you were hit with a full force. Probably this guy's probably moving at like 30, 40 miles an hour. Slams into you. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. It's just brute force slams into you and knocks you. And this guy, as he slams into you, there's a
Temporary
snap
hit points
noise.
are awesome.
His
Oh,
neck
God.
snaps on impact as he just hits the wrong angle.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, at least he died.
Oh,
Not my
So,
neck. My neck
on the
didn't
other
snap
hand,
back.
as this guy comes through and catches him and grabs him around the waist and just goes off the edge with him.
What? Johan?
He rolled a nat 1.
Johan! Janora's getting out her rope and she is running and she is throwing that shit. Grab it!
it's too late. It's fucking way too late.
Oh, fuck, I don't even know what to roll for that.
Oh
Somebody might want to
Athletics
grab
to catch the rope?
Janora.
I
Okay,
fucking grabbed Jinora. Somebody else grab me. I'm super
that's a
weak.
3.
Oh, well,
grabbed-
okay.
I grabbed talent.
So as you just like, as his latch, like to throw the rope, you see Johan just goes to grab it, and when he gets hit, his weapon, he drops his weapon, and it just kind of gets splattered off the edge. I know Mike's like, yay, it didn't fall.
Yeah.
And as he goes to grab the rope,
So-
it slips through his fingers and he just slides,
Oh my god.
no.
and he just disappears into the fog off the mountain.
Oh my god.
If Janora goes down the rope, can she see? It's 50 feet. It's 50
No.
feet.
No.
No.
Is the other guy still alive?
The other guy, he's gurgling because the way he hit was like he hit Augthar like head first, like trying to like drive him off the mountain, and he ran into a
I just
wall of
stomped
stone.
his face.
And he literally just like crit and just. Ugh.
I just stomped his face and put him out of his misery as I'm walking over to the group who's trying to keep Jenny from going off the edge.
So that's combat.
Janora, because
You
Janora
may not
is
have
trying to go
lost
over the
the
edge.
Jarl's son.
Janora, please. Please.
I put my hand on my
Can't lose
chest
him.
and
We
used
can't lose him.
the rest of my lay on hands.
Okay, so you heal whatever you had left.
So I healed 10 points because I was at 8.
Oh shit.
Do you need some more? Do you need healing?
Well, it depends on what we're doing right now.
I'd like
I
to.
spit blood into the ground, and then go and see if I don't want to be crass or anything, but I'm gonna see if that awesome sword was left behind.
Yes, there is. As he fell, it slammed into the ground like blade first, and it's laying like kind of cattywampus, like blade, like just kind of stuck into the ground.
I grab it
Don't. You touch it.
and I just put it on my back,
Jinora
and I
is
say, "We're just gonna
Janora is gonna.
keep it. We'll bring it down the mountain, and we'll give it to whoever you see fit."
Can Janora try and see over the edge and see if she sees anything?
No, there is a thick fog blanketing this area, and you don't see a thing.
Man.
Keep losing people.
There's a
She
giant
calls
balloon.
out.
There's a giant lead. I'm gonna just say prayers over the other while they're doing their.
I'm
wedding
looking at
things.
I'm looking at the frost giant. I as I walk up to the frost giant, I step on Mr. Guy who hit me's neck, finish the job. And
So as he's like gurgling there, like like necks, like eyes pleading at you to kill him, you just kind of step and just crunch. Neck fully just snaps.
and I'm looking at the giant.
Alrighty then.
Janora's gonna sit on the edge and tie 8 ribbons.
I don't even know why I
And-
bother with anything with intelligence.
So this is
Just drop
it's
them over the edge.
No.
So yeah, it's a giant. It's dead. It's large. Lots of holes.
I'm
Lots of
sure we could
blood.
use something other than investigation for that. Stupid.
Talon doesn't know this guy, so he's not as broken up as the rest of the group. So he's just gonna kind of like scan the ground and see if he can pick up the tracks that we were looking at before.
Roll survival.
Can I roll hit dice to help heal?
Oh, I want to do that too.
That's a nat
shit.
20, and you can even through like the scuffle of battle, you can clearly see that there is so there's 6 sets of tracks now, because you had 2 left behind and the 2 that went on a suicide mission. But there's another set of large footprints too in the snow still.
Okay, I look up the thing, like follow the trail of the sleds up the mountain, see how far I can see up.
I'm asking
can-
Aoi
Is
to
it
help
like
me
is it like a
look at the
switchback
body.
that I could see, or
Kind of, a little bit, and like 4 or 5 switchbacks up, so probably around 200 feet up. You see like a few people look over the edge, and you see a really heavily muscled and heavily tattooed man look down at you, and just kind of like can't see an expression at this point, and he just turns his head back and keeps going. So
Okay,
people,
well, I point that out to everybody.
May I
Work
investigate the giant's corpse?
yes, you can.
Oh, are we short?
Wow, are we all
Is that
critting on
2
our
fucking
standing
10s?
So yeah, you guys are short resting.
Oh.
From the body, you see like there's trinkets and stuff like stashed across his body. You find a hefty gold sack with about 600 gold coins in it, and you find a dagger,
Ooh.
and there is a belt that is like lodged into like one of his like hooked to his own like large belt.
Arcana checking the belt and the dagger.
Okay. All those hit dice. Shit.
Yeah.
Can I go up to Uthal and touch his arm and thank you?
You're welcome. If I had been able to strike him when he fell,
I love you, Aoi.
you wouldn't have
Nice,
been hurt.
Aoi.
Natural
Fuck.
20.
It's
Did I roll
fine.
20?
So the dagger is a dagger of venom,
Oh!
and the belt is a belt of hill giant strength.
Whoa!
Oh, I want that bell. Unless Uthal wants that bell.
That's fine. Wait,
All right.
no,
You want the sword or you want the belt?
that's what I was gonna say. Was Johan using 2 hands on the sword? Or
Yes,
one?
this is a large sword, like almost unwieldy, but for a Goliath, it's just about perfect size.
Okay.
I have it on my back, but I'm obviously not going to use it. So
As it's on
It's-
your back, its tips nearly dragging the ground.
sweet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can someone get this off of me? I tried to and I can't get it.
Come here. Come.
Okay. I go over to Uthal.
I'll help him take it off.
Ah, Jesus fucking Christ.
So you have this. It appears to be made out of stone with like large teeth embedded along the pommel.
Okay. That's gross.
Should I check that one too?
Like what kind of teeth?
Large teeth.
I want to give it to Aoi.
Large,
Or you?
pointy teeth.
Yeah. Sharp. Pointy teeth.
No one
yes.
ever listens to me. It's just the rabbits.
Yeah, I bring it over to Aoi.
Okay.
Can you look at this?
Okay.
What do you dragon eyes see?
Her dragon eye sees this as a long sword of giant slaying.
Whoa!
That's why it did such nice damage.
That's why it did an extra 2d8 damage and knocked it prone.
Nice.
Well, I like that.
Sweet.
There you go, Iris. Can Rochambeau over which sword you guys
Well,
can
I have
keep.
a magic sword, so I guess he
And
can.
the same goes for the rogues for the dagger of venom.
What's the
I'll roll
belt?
you a d20 for it.
What's the belt do?
Gives you 21 strength if you don't.
Oh shit.
Janora at the moment doesn't really care. She's
Sweet.
going to wipe her face and just say very quietly,
And,
call you Frostfall, and then get up and she's just going to start walking away.
And that's where we end the game!
No!
No, we can't end it there.
I was gonna ask for. Rhea was gonna ask for what the hell happened because she kind of blacked out for a little bit.
I saved your life. It was no big deal. Don't worry about it.
And I killed the giant.
Oh, she saw that. She blacked
I saw
out for
you
about...
killed.
Oh, and Ron's dead.
Johan's dead.
Johan.
I was awake for that too.
She was pretty much just not awake for being drug away from the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird waking up in a different place. I'm a bard. I should be used to that.
Done very well.
Oh my god.
That
That was pretty crazy, you guys.
Well, Jinora just
Oh.
named him.
Yep. She did.
Yo.
This was very feelsy.
Oh man.
Man, Charles, this was a roller coaster of emotions.
It was
Yes,
a
it
really good one.
And I'm sorry, Rhea.
Oh, there's gonna be fucking words.
Pretty sure there's gonna be words, but Augie doesn't care. Augie
Jenny,
wasn't leaving her
don't
by
ever
herself.
go off on your own like that again.
Rhea, it could have been a lot worse if I
She's
had
already
rolled a
started
nat
to
20
walk
when
away.
She kissed my cheek.
Ah!
Like
Okay,
okay,
chat.
Hulk at the end of the show.
I'm-
Sad piano music playing.
Yes.
Oh no, you don't.
I want to thank people for actually showing up for this madness that I run.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you
So
guys.
fun.
Thank you, chat.
So, yeah. Come back next week and figure out what the hell's going on.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god. Hey!
And next week, I won't even have to go to bed because I'm on holiday. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we may have to. You may have to like start without me, possibly. It depends on what work is like. But
We'll figure it out.
Hey.
shall we stop streaming?
So if you want to
That
cut the
was
stream,
interesting.
Yep, you can stop streaming.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, all of our friends.
Bye. Lesson 3.
That was the first time Rhea took damage and then she got knocked out. Hilarious.
Yeah, Uthal feels real